Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing, getting ready to go live here in Estancia, New Mexico, where we are testing mics. Testing 1, 2, 3. How's it sound on your end, Charlie?
Sounds good over here. Test 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
All right,
Ready
we will jump over. It looks like we are live already on the air, so we will test some mics, check the sound, and if things look good, we'll get started with our official broadcast here in the next few minutes. Thank you for listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. Devon Energy is proud to support Eunice High School athletic programs. By partnering with Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Cardinals! The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports and week number 2 of the NMAA high school football season. We are in Estancia, home of the Bears, where your number 3 ranked Eunice Cardinals will face off against the number 7 ranked Estancia Bears. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside my partner tonight, Charlie Fairbrush, a.k.a. The Thumb. He's on the camera. We got him mic'd up, and so welcome, Charlie.
Welcome, everybody. Glad to be here. We're ready for some football over here in Estancia. A long little drive.
Yeah, we got an updated roster from Estancia, so we got him on a pen and paper right now updating our roster. A lot of these coaches around the state don't update max preps regularly, so a lot of times our numbers are all off, so we're trying to make sure we have that right. So tonight is a matchup of small school football programs that historically have been very good. Both of these programs have won multiple state championships, and these programs have faced off in playoff football numerous times in the past. In fact, only a few years ago, my son-in-law Bryce Jenkins was the quarterback starting for the Cardinals as they traveled to Estancia to face off against the Bears. Bryce is now an employee of Devon Energy, one of our fine sponsors, and I'm sure they're listening back home. So hello to Bryce, Jada, Jason, Isla, and all the fam. We appreciate you listening. Lots of history between these two programs, these two student bases, fan bases. Definitely lots of history. Eunice enters tonight's matchup after a huge game last week in which they defeated Class 3A powerhouse Raton, a 3A semifinal team from last season, and a team that entered the season ranked number 4 in 3A football. Raton had also beat the Cardinals the 2 previous seasons, and I'm sorry, I got my phone is ringing and buzzing off the hook. I got everybody in there.
Everybody wants to talk to you now. Right now.
That's the radio station, I think, that's sending me messages. But anyway, back to my spiel here. Raton had also beat the Cardinals in the 2 previous seasons. Eunice opened some eyes with that 40-29 win over Raton. A great start to the 2023 football season for the Cards. In that game, junior Elgin Woods, number 13, shocked the world by piling up, I don't know about the world, but definitely the Eunice fan base.
Our world.
That's right. By piling up over 200 rushing yards. Anyone familiar with Eunice football over the last decade knows we typically don't have a runner that gets more than maybe 50 yards in a ball game.
Right.
So 225 yards is highly unusual and very special for Elgin Woods. What a night Woods had. He punched in 2 touchdowns as well. Senior wide receiver and speedster Ashton Thompson, number 5 for the Cardinals, also had a big night. He reached the end zone twice after he caught passes and outran defenders into pay dirt. Sophomore quarterback Elijah Melanson passed for 3 touchdowns and ran one in himself. A big night for the sophomore. He completed 11 passes for right at 100 yards and had a QB rating of about 55. Other Cards with good nights offensively included Maddox Mata with 27 yards receiving. Hyan Castro had 15 yards receiving and a touchdown. On the defensive side of the ball, the Cards were led by the tremendous trio of Jacob Ortega, Luis Gomez, and Brady Colburn. Each of these 3 men had 9 tackles in the game. What a night for those 3. Luis Gomez also had 2 interceptions to go with those 9 tackles, and then Colburn recovered a fumble. Jose Calvillo and Joel Jimenez each had a sack. Calvillo also had a forced fumble. Hyan Castro had a big interception for the Cardinals. Estancia enters tonight's matchup after losing to Texaco 55-22, a Texaco team that only graduated 1 starter on last season's state runner-up team. Texaco is tough, and they are in the same district this season as Eunice, Jow, Loving, and Hagerman, a crazy tough district this season. I would almost guarantee you that a team out of 4-2A will be in that state championship game this season, and it could be 2 of them. There are some other really tough teams, Santa Rosa, the Estancia team, and some others, but most of your tough teams are going to come out of that 4-2A district this year. Back to Estancia. In that loss to Texaco, the Bears picked up where they left off last season by force-feeding a heavy dose of senior Josh Calhoun, number 21. He rushed for 214 yards against a very tough Texaco defense. That's a lot of yards against that Texaco defense, a very impressive defense. So Estancia has now moved Calhoun over. He's playing like a, what do they call that? They got a name for it. Like the Razorback offense is what I used to call it, but they basically just snap it. There's no quarterback up under there.
Oh, yeah.
Man, there's a word for it, and I'll probably have 15 people message me here in a minute. But they basically just set their backs up in the backfield to snap it to one of them, and most of the time they snap it to Calhoun without having the quarterback. He's their running back. He also threw it last game 6 times. Let's see. He completed 3 of those 6 passes. For the Cards to be successful here tonight, they will need to control Calhoun. Last week, he accounted for over 80% of the Bears' offense. He did fumble the ball twice last week against Texaco, so Eunice will be hoping for some of that here today. Only 4 other players touched the ball the entire game for Estancia. Number 45, senior Pablo Regalado, had 10 carries for 64 yards. I was just told by one of the people in the press box earlier that he's a multiple-time state champion power lifter and bench presses some crazy amount like 400 pounds or something. Wow. And so they've moved him to like a fullback. Junior Marcus Lucero had 4 carries with no positive yards, and sophomore Jose Chaparro had 1 carry for 7 yards. This Estancia team does not pass the ball much, but when they do, almost every time they threw it to senior Seth Dunlap. Every pass they threw last week except one went his direction. Defensively, Estancia is led by number 21 Calhoun as well, and number 50 Edward Lucero. Both of these young men had 5 tackles last week. Eunice is coached by Greg Jackson. Jackson has won championships 3 out of his 4 seasons at the helm of the Eunice program after coming from Hobbs. He is now 33-8 as the head coach in Eunice. Let's see here. That's my unofficial count. Eunice is 58-8 going back 6 seasons. What a crazy ride it's been. Estancia is coached by Stuart Burnett. And my keys to victory tonight for the Cardinals: protect a quarterback. If Melanson has time to set up and throw, it could be a long night for the Bears. No turnovers. We can't turn the ball over. Number 3, the defense must not allow Estancia to develop that force feed run game that they like so much, keeping it between the hashes. Number 4, Melanson needs to release the ball, I believe, within 3 seconds or tuck it and run. He can't get comfortable just standing back there in the pocket over that 3-second time, because that's when our offensive line starts to break down.
Yep.
For Estancia to do well here tonight, they must put pressure on the Eunice quarterback. They need to turn this into a smash-mouth football game. They got to hit the Cardinals in the mouth. And lastly, they've got to control the line of scrimmage. Those are my keys to victory for both teams tonight. Quick reminder, as the 2 teams are back out on the field, looks like we're getting fairly close to having the national anthem. The groundbreaking last night for the new Taj Mahal Gymnasium, Joe Langston Arena, Wally Goodman Complex, a brand new $30+ million gymnasium coming to Eunice soon.
And that'll be ready in about 2 weeks?
I wish. So it looks like we're getting ready for the national anthem. We'll send it back for a word from our sponsors and be right back soon. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics. Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice. Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle. Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids with their academics and athletics. They realize that balancing both is challenging and appreciate their determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they are cheering them on all the way. Bart and his crew say, "Go Eunice Cardinals!"
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Estancia, New Mexico. Here live, I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Charlie Fairbrush. We are getting ready to get started. There's about a minute 30 left on the clock. The team captains are out there. They've had the coin flip. We're waiting on them to give us the signal. It looks like Estancia will receive. So Estancia is going to receive the opening kickoff. So Eunice will be kicking off to start the game. Looks like Eunice will be kicking off from our right to left. Eunice is wearing the white uniforms today with red trim. And Estancia, also red and white, will be wearing the red uniforms. They are solid red, including the red helmet. And anyway, so that is the way things will go here today. So we're getting ready to get started. While their teams are getting out here onto the field, we'll go through a couple of things right quick. I want to shout out to Redbird Garage. For those that hadn't heard the story, I had a snake at my house today at lunchtime, and he was about 6 foot long.
Oh, my goodness.
And as my wife and I were coming out the door to exchange vehicles so that I could get up here, she starts screaming. I'm slightly in front of her, "Snake, snake!" And I'm like, where? And
Was
I'm
it a
dancing around,
rattlesnake?
and she's pointing at my feet. So I start doing the running man. I'm hopping, bouncing, trying to figure out where the heck the snake is. And then I see this like 6 foot long, white in color snake go under our Escalade, raised up like a freaking cobra,
Like a cobra.
and then climbed up in the undercarriage of my vehicle. After Brett Parker, one of our sponsors, and some others tried to help us at the house, we end up at Redbird Garage with the car up on for like 2 hours trying to get
snake
this
got up
snake
in
out.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
And he wouldn't get out. They could see him, but we couldn't get him out. And finally, I gave up, went home. I was going to be late for the game, and that sucker slithered out while I was in changing and was sitting in front of my door when I came back out the door, so he scared me again. Anyway, needless to say, he's still hanging out by my front door somewhere,
What
and
kind
I'm
of
here.
snake is it?
It's one of those coach whips.
Oh, yeah.
And so Eunice's kickoff is going to go into the end zone, and here is a major collision and then a stomping at the end
Wow.
as Hector Sosa got run over on the sideline, and the ref runs over to him, gives him a pat on the back, and tells him, "Good job for getting clobbered."
Getting smacked down.
All right, so that'll give the ball to Estancia, 1st and 10. Looks like they're going to set it at the 20-yard line. And so it'll be 1st and 10. Once again, Eunice going from our left to right. Or I'm sorry, Estancia going from our left to right. Both teams red and white. Both teams that start with E. So I may be tongue-tied before the night's over. In the backfield for Estancia is number 21, Josh Calhoun. Young man had over 200 yards rushing last week against Texaco. They like to just get spread out in that wildcat is what it's called. Snap it to him and let him dive right up the middle. And that first handoff goes to Regalado. He's the guy that I talked about in the pregame. That's the power lifter. And he rumbles and stumbles, carries a whole pack of Cardinals. Look like a bird nest, but he gets about 5 yards.
How much you say he lifted? 400 pounds?
That's what somebody was telling me. He was like a 400-pound bench presser.
Probably at least 2 or maybe 3 of our kids.
Well, yeah, about 4 of them. So anyway, Estancia set again here. Looks like the ball's about the 25-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and 5. They've got Regalado and Calhoun in the backfield. Got that little flanker back over here to the right. 3 receivers out here. Here goes a snap to Calhoun. He's going to head right up the middle, and he fumbled the ball. I talked about that in the pregame, too. He had 2 fumbles last game, and his first carry here, he had picked up about 10 yards before he lost the ball, and Eunice recovers it, so your Cardinals have the ball.
That's a good start for us.
That turnover was brought to you by Eunice Pump and Supply. If you need to turn over some fluid somewhere, run on down there, pick you up a pump or some other supplies, and they can get it turned over for you. Eunice quickly hustles up to the ball. 1st and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line of the Bears. Here's the snap. They fake the handoff. No, they give the handoff to Woods. He shifts and bounces it out to the left, heads all the way down to the 25-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. He's going to pick up about 15 yards.
Another the first Eunice Cardinal first down.
That's right. So Eunice will have it again, 1st and 10 after the 15-yard from Woods. He had 220-some-odd yards last week. So Eunice, looks like there was a little bit of confusion. They're trying to fix the center's uniform. They've got them spread out now. Trips right, 1 wide to the left. Melanson in the backfield, gets the snap, rolls right, looks over, throws it to a wide-open receiver on the sideline. I believe that was Thompson, and he hustles into the end zone for 6 points. Touchdown, Eunice.
Well, there's a good start.
So that's number 5, Ashton Thompson, with the TD catch. And so Melanson with his first TD pass of the game. So 15-yard pickup for Woods, and then about a 25-yard catch and run for Thompson, and it's 6-0. Woods is also the kicker. He's back ready to go. Here comes the snap for the PAT. The kick is up, and it looked like it was right down the middle. No signal. Here comes the signal. It's 7-0. Your Eunice Cardinals are in the lead. With that said, we'll send it back for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. Your Cardinals get on the board first after a 25-yard touchdown reception from Melanson to Thompson. And now Woods caps on the PAT, and the Cardinals are getting ready to kick off here after a quick score, 11 minutes on the clock.
Talking a lot about Woods. He's kicking and running and doing all kind of stuff.
There goes the kick. It's just a line drive chopper down the middle. It rolls all the way back to the 15. They try that little starburst, faking the handoff. Eunice doesn't fall for it. And that is, I believe, that was Calhoun that was running it, and they knock him down about the 24. Yeah, that was Calhoun.
21.
So let's see here. Calhoun now with a fumble. And Eunice now Estancia now with the ball. Ball spotted about the 25-yard line. Estancia spread. They've got 3 to the left, including that one little flanker back that's turned at an angle. You've got Regalado, the power lifter, number 45, and 21, the workhorse, Calhoun for Estancia. They're in that the old Razorback formation is what I used to call it. A lot of people call it the Wildcat. So here goes the snap. It goes. They hand it right up the middle to Regalado. He's drumbling, stumbling. He's going to pick up about 4 yards.
Regalado up the middle for another 5.
And he gets it to about the 30-yard line.
About 2nd and 6.
So 4 yards for Regalado. It's going to make it 2nd and 6. They've spotted the ball about the 30-yard line. Estancia comes back in that same formation. They've got 2 wide to the left and then that little up back on the left. Oh, no, they moved him over to the right. Regalado and Calhoun in the backfield. They snap it to, and then they run that little cutback reverse to number 10. That is Lucero, and the Cards wrap him up, but not before he can pick up another 4.5. So that's going to make it 3rd down and 2. Ball spotted inside the 35. We'll call it the 34-yard line. Estancia in the red, as I've mentioned, heading from our left to right. Calhoun in the backfield. Once again, they run that kind of Wildcat style. Regalado setting to his right. The little flanker backs out on the right this time. 2 receivers out to the left. They snap it, and here comes Calhoun right up the middle. Eunice reaching at the ball, trying to knock that ball out of his hands, and Calhoun rumbling, stumbling all the way to about the 45-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 46, so a big run by Calhoun.
He just right up the middle. He just hard to tackle.
Last game, as I mentioned, against Clovis, Texaco, that young man had over 200 yards rushing. That Texaco defense is salty this year, so if you can run for over 200 yards against Texaco, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
So they're in that same formation. Here's going to be the direct snap, I would guess, to Calhoun. Here's a snap. They give it to him, and he hands it to Regalado, who runs right up the middle. He's carrying Cardinals with him. Almost looks like a man going dove hunting when he's got a pouch full of dove. He had a pouch full of Cardinals as he was carrying them through the middle. And he picks up about 7. It's going to make it 2nd and 3. They spot the ball about the 47-yard line.
They're quick to the line too, just like the Cardinals are. So it's going to be a fast-paced game.
Estancia's style, though, once they get there, they like to take their time and just make you hurry up and set up, and then they like to run it up the middle. It's what they like to do, and they will throw you off every now and then with a little misdirection or something outside, but they prefer to go right up your throat. Here's the snap. They hand it right up the middle to Regalado. He picks up another 4, 5, 6 yards. Nice tackle there by number 23. That is Luis Gomez. And
be a 1st down for Estancia.
Yeah. Going to spot the ball at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Estancia. They're back up to the line quick, but looking over to the coach for the call. That this is their game. This is what they do. So there they are. They're set up, ready to go. 2 wide to the left, 1 out here to the right. They snap it, and here comes Calhoun right up the middle. He's got a big hole headed through the middle. He breaks through, and he's headed down. An official gets run over, and the official slow getting up, but that's going to be 6 points for the Bears. There is a flag.
There's a flag on the field.
Maybe. I heard him say there's a flag. I don't see one.
Yeah, it's out there right by the white hat.
So there was a flag on the play, and it looks like Estancia is walking backwards, headed back, so they must know something we don't.
That's kind of back on the...
It's way back. That flag is way down there.
Blocking the back or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it's not like a holding area.
He called holding.
Wow.
So it's not a holding, but maybe it is a holding.
Maybe it is.
So holding on Estancia will bring that one back.
Give Eunice a break there.
I got to be honest with you. The tackling in our secondary right there looked really rough.
Yeah.
It looked like they was trying not to get in the way of the runner. Like, I don't want him to run over me. I'm going to step over out of the way.
I heard the judge say he picks up 400 pounds.
Yeah.
I better get out of his way.
Well, and that's not the big one that was running at him. That's the small fella. So anyway, they go ahead and give them the 1st down. It must have been on down the field. Ball's now spotted about the 30-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. Estancia with the ball, and they are driving. 7:52 remaining here in the 1st quarter. Estancia with the ball. Here goes the snap. They're going to run that exact same play right up the middle. This time Eunice sniffed it out, but not before he picks up another 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, they're getting 3 to 4 to 5 yards every carry when they carry it up the middle.
Yep. And like I said, that is their game. It's what they do. And so, you know, Eunice is going to have to figure out a way to stop that up the middle run. The bad thing is that's what Jal likes to do.
Yeah.
It's what Texaco likes to do.
Well, we got to figure it out,
Santa
right?
Rosa likes to do. So that is now some of them do some other things well besides that, but this is a lot of these top schools in our class, what they like to do. There's that little counter cutback. They give it to number 10. That's Lucero, and he's going to pick up another 4 or 5 yards and get all the way down about a yard shy of maybe 2 yards shy of a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Ball spotted at the 23. Eunice with a late substitution here. 6-1 going off. Number 61 is Isaiah Hernandez. I couldn't tell who that was that come in for him, but he was a tall glass of water. Estancia back to the line, whispering in each other's ear, sweet nothings. Here's the handoff to Calhoun, and he heads up the middle. He's got another big run, and a shoestring tackle saved another touchdown, but it's going to be a first down, Estancia.
Not about the 15-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 15. Estancia quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. 6:25 remaining here in quarter number 1. Shout out to Resendo, we miss you.
Where you at, buddy? Where you at?
So Estancia back to the line of scrimmage. 3 wide to the left. Regalado and Calhoun in the backfield in that kind of wildcat set. Gonna snap it, I would guess, to Calhoun. Here it comes. It goes to him, and they hand it right up the middle to Regalado. Somebody came through there and jumped on him. Who was that? It was 58, maybe?
I think it was.
58 is Armando Enriquez, and he came through there, jumped on him like he was bulldogging down at the Lee County Fair and Rodeo.
Shut him down quick.
And yeah,
just got about a yard out of that.
About a yard. That's about the shortest pickup any of their runners have had this entire game. We need a heavy dose of whatever that was. 2nd and 9, ball spotted, we'll call it about the 14 and a half, maybe the 14.
Yeah, if they can find a way to get that run shut down,
that's going to be the key.
Be in good shape. But
as I mentioned, Estancia only threw it about 6 times last game, and they only completed about half those. There's a heavy dose of Regalado
right
up the middle, and there was we grabbed him quick. I think that is 60. I think that it's either 50 or 60. I'll call them both. Jorge Goita or Oswaldo Gonzalez.
It's hard to see the number from up here.
One of them grabbed him, and he was able to pick up about 2 yards. So 2 good stops there for Eunice. Let's see if Estancia has anything up their sleeve for a 3rd, and we'll call it 7. Ball spotted about the, we'll call it the 11,
try
11 and a
something
half.
around the end here.
They haven't yet. We'll see. Here it goes right up the middle again to Calhoun. He finds the space, and he's all the way down inside the 5-yard line, and that's going to be very close to a first down. And they're going to move them. So it's going to be first and goal from about the 4 where they spotted him. So 4:36 remaining here in quarter number 1. Eunice leads 7-0, but Estancia is knocking on the door.
Yeah, we had a couple of really good stops, and then that 3rd down bit us.
So Estancia in a different set this time. This is a more tight set. Still the same Wildcat backfield, though, and they snap it. There goes that little cut back to Lucero. He's got some room, and he dives in. Touchdown, Lucero with a 4-yard TD. So a 4-yard touchdown for Marcos Lucero.
I'll get him on the board with 6.
And the Estancia crowd's pretty happy about that.
Looks like number 3, Benjamin Helbig, set to.
Let's see. They line up for the point after touchdown. Looks like a little confusion over who's supposed to be on the field for the Bears. A last-minute one hustling off. Here comes the snap, and the kick is up. and it looked like it was short from here. They're going to say it's no good. So with 4:13 remaining here in the first period, first quarter, Eunice leads 6-7. We'll send it over for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Charlie Fairbrush. Lucinda was unable to make it today, so our thoughts with him. 4:13 remaining here in the first quarter. Estancia just punched one in after a long, probably 80 yards of driving right down our throats, and they punched it in. It's 7-6. Estancia to kick off. Here comes the kick. They're going to try the onside. They do, and a really good job there by Luis Gomez as he quickly pounces on that, and that's going to give the ball to Eunice. 1st and 10, about the 49-yard line of their own side of the field.
Yeah, good field position for that.
Yeah, that was a good job there by Luis. Heads up for sure. Eunice hustles to the line of scrimmage, trips to the right. Twins out here to the left. Melanson in the backfield by himself. He takes the snap, looking over here, throws it. It gets deflected. A defensive end from Estancia comes through with his hands and knocks that ball away. And so good defensive play there by the defensive end. I believe that was number 50. And 50 is going to be Edward Lucero, so that's another Lucero. So Eunice back in the formation here with Woods in the back. They're looking deep this time. Melanson's under some pressure. They knock the ball out of Melanson's hand, so it's fumbled, and Estancia's going to recover it inside the Eunice 40-yard line. That was number 50 again, Lucero, who came through from his defensive end side. I mentioned in my keys to the game that I didn't think Melanson could sit back there more than about 3 seconds, and that is why. About 3 seconds, we've got to get rid of it. He had his back to him. That's that blind side, and Lucero come in, hit him, knocked the ball loose, and now Estancia's got it in great field position with under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, got to get back, get rid of that ball, or throw it out of bounds or something.
1st and 10 from the 39-yard line for Lynn White. I know he's listening at home, and he likes me to call the yard line every time so he can do them stats. Shout out to Leonard. We appreciate you, and we're glad you're listening.
Yes, sir.
Saw my Uncle Kenny Jones over here. Shout out to him as well. Been having some health issues. Happy to see him up here. Here goes. Oh, and there's a fumble by Estancia, but Regalado jumped on it. Looked like he was doing some snatch and clean or something. He sucked that one right up in there and covered it up.
Lost about a yard on that one.
They're going to spot the ball just this side of the 40. We'll call it the 40 and a half, maybe the 41-ish. So 2nd and 11. Estancia back to the line of scrimmage. 3:30 and ticking on the clock. Estancia runs that no huddle, kind of a hurry-up look, but then they stand there and milk that play clock. Here they are, back on the ball in the Wildcat formation. Calhoun going to head right up the middle, and somebody comes through. Looked like he was driving some doggies. That's number 58, Armando Quijada Enriquez.
And shut him down. I don't think he got any yardage there.
Going to be about a half-yard game. They've now got it spotted at the 40. So 3rd down, and we'll call it 11. 2:55 on the clock. Estancia back to the ball. Everybody's looking at their wristbands after the play call came in.
And, they haven't showed anything, any pass action, so.
They passed it 6 times last game. This time they're going to hand it up, and right through the middle went the football, and that was Lucero on that little counter tackle trap thing that they're running, and he picks up about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to make it 4th, and we'll call it 7. Ball spotted about the 36.
36-yard line.
2:20 on the clock.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and try to go for it here.
Yeah, they're in that kind of
Kind
that
of a
no
weird
man's
place,
land.
yeah.
You can't really, unless you got a 60-yard field goal kicker or so, you can't kick a field goal. But if you punt it from there, it's
Going to the end zone.
yeah. So it's kind of a weird setup. So here comes Estancia to the ball. They're going to run it around that left side. They're looking pass. They had him in the backfield, and he kind of juked them and then made the play down the field. And there is a flag in the middle of the field in the area where I would say holding.
Looks like just enough for forward
Yep,
progress.
that's exactly what it
First
is.
down. First and 10 Bears.
Hold on. I think we got a holding call.
Yeah, I thought they had a holding. It looked like a holding to me over there on that left side.
He laid out. There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, I could
Looks
have.
like it.
I thought it looked like a holding out there on the end. We'll see what they signal here. Holding on. Oh, they're going to decline.
Oh.
I don't know if I understood what that was.
Oh, so they didn't make the.
Oh, okay.
They didn't make the.
So they called
the game.
holding. They then said it was declined and that he did not make the
and
line that he needed to make.
So
they
Eunice
said
takes over.
Eunice declined it. But now there's a discussion. The problem is the chains look like they already moved partially. So let's see. Now they're coming back over here to make another call. I thought the chains looked like they slid a couple of feet ahead
Yeah.
into switch after the signal. Now, the yard line didn't, but I thought the other guys moved, and then they reset after they told them to stop. But the chains had moved there.
Officials having a little discussion amongst themselves.
And so, once again, a pretty good discussion here going 1:52 on the clock in the first quarter, 6-7. The Cardinals with a 1-point lead. Now the White Hats headed back over looking toward the Eunice sideline. Let's see what the call is.
Holding on
Estancia.
There is a holding call on the
And they're going to move them back.
Okay.
So Eunice did take the flag.
So I think they would have made the first down if they.
But see, look, I just saw the chains just moved again. He just picked his chain up and moved them. I think the guy on the end there is confused because he keeps picking his
He thinks.
yeah.
He might think he's holding the.
And then they told
down
him, no,
marker.
you got to go back. So, I mean, that's how do you know where the first down marker is when the chains have moved multiple times?
Yeah.
But anyway, they've reset them.
It looks like we got fourth and
They've
about.
spotted the ball at the 40, we'll call it the 46-yard line. We'll call it fourth and maybe 16, 17. So this time they're in their punt formation. And they've got he finally made it and got set. So here comes the punt. It's a high one. Eunice probably needs to just get out of the way of that one. It's skipping back.
Taking a Estancia roll.
It did. It bounced around, started rolling Estancia's way, and it's all the way back inside the 20 to about we'll call it the 16-yard line.
So we'll take over at the 16 with a minute and 38.
So 1:38 remaining here, quarter number 1. 6-7 is the score. Eunice in the lead by 1 after a turnover their last step up. Melanson with that last fumble.
And we got a football game, Jimmy.
So here goes Eunice. They were going to run a little screen play. They get the ball to Thompson. He's got a little space. Lucero came in from behind and tried to do that same thing where he runs in behind him and tried to punch the ball out, but not before Thompson could pick up a first down.
First down. First and 10.
So got it all the way out to about the 30-yard line.
Yep, they're going to spot it at the 30, first and 10. 1:29 and ticking on the clock. Eunice hurries back to the line of scrimmage. The ref's still trying to get the ball placed where it needs to go. They get it set. Here we go. Trips to the right. Man in motion is 1-5. They're going to hand it to him. That's Maddox Mata. He heads around the right side, turns the corner, heads up the sidelines, and gets knocked out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it. It was just before the 50. Looks like they're going to mark him all the way back out of bounds at the 45. Kind of cost him a few yards there. But so first and 10 on the long run there by Mata. 1 minute on the clock. Here in quarter number 1. Eunice like, hey, what happened to them other 2 or
Back
3
and way
yards?
up.
Trips out here to the left, one wide to the right. Woods and Melanson in the backfield. They're going to snap it and hand it to Woods. He heads up the middle. He's got a little room. He's shaking. He's baking. And he's all the way across the 45-yard line into Bear territory. They're going to mark him down about the 47. So Woods picking up where he left off last week.
Wood said, let me show you how we'll run up the middle, too, a little bit. Huh?
Woods heads off to the sideline. Melanson in the backfield now by himself. 2 receivers right, 3 to the left. Here comes the snap. Looking down the field. He throws it down the middle. Overthrows his intended receiver, Thompson, who was wide open, but he did have some pressure coming his way.
But that's what he's got to do. He's got to get back and get rid of that ball.
Yep.
Get rid of that ball.
Yeah, I agree. And like I said in my little pregame keys to victory, I said 3 seconds. I mean, if to me, in the football that I've watched us play so far this year, the scrimmages, whatnot, we've got about 3 seconds to make our pass, and then he just needs to tuck it and go.
Yep.
So here we go again. They're going to hand it straight up the middle. I believe that's Garcia. Kevin Garcia, the senior, all the way down inside the 30. They're going to mark him about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Garcia. Garcia burst onto the scene as like a freshman or sophomore, and then has had some injuries to the legs, but he's out there, and that was a good-looking run there by Garcia. So he's still in there. They're going to snap it to Melanson. Melanson makes a quick pass over here to the side, gets it to number 10, who shakes and bakes. He cuts back into the end zone. Is Hyan Castro. Touchdown, Eunice Cardinals.
Looks like the number 20.
So Hyan Castro with about we'll call it a 27-yard touchdown reception. He caught it and then put the moves on. So Hyan Castro with the score.
Getting ready for Wood to kick it back through the. Look good to me. Yep.
It's right down the middle, and they're going to say it is good. And so that makes it 14-6. Eunice Cardinals in the lead. We'll send it over for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. The Cardinals punch it in again with another 25-yard touchdown pass from Melanson to Castro, much like the one earlier to Thompson. Short pass, and then we let the speedsters do the work as Hyan Castro was shaking and baking all the way down into the end zone. It's 14-6. 28 seconds remain in quarter number 1. And Eunice prepares to kick off. Once again, a shout out to Leonard Skinnerd White. I see your pictures that they sent me of you watching the game. We appreciate you guys watching and listening. Here comes the kickoff right up the middle. Picked up there by number 11. That's Justin Rubio, who ducks his shoulder.
Nowhere to go.
And the Cardinals swarm on him. And it's going to be 1st and 10. Estancia, they're going to mark it about the 37, now the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10.
24 seconds.
Estancia hustles up to the ball. They typically get set and then look over to the coach, and he gives them their signal.
This may be the last play of the first quarter.
Yep, so here comes the signal. Coach looking the defense over, and now he calls the play. Everybody looks at their wristband, and now we're ready to go. In that Wildcat formation with the power lifter Rubio and the speedster, and they hand it right up to Regalado, and a host of Cardinals in there to make the stop. I saw over there on that far side.
I think he lost about a half a yard on that.
Is that 63 maybe, Joel Jimenez? I can't tell for sure. on my side. Charlie's actually got a pretty clear view on his side. I
Yeah.
get to look through a double glass pane.
We're gonna have to wash
that,
your window.
yeah, that could use some washing. So Charlie's got a pretty good view. I don't. That is the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, the Eunice Cardinals lead 14-6. Want to shout out to some sponsors here. Without playing them, we'll just shout out to them. Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny Parker. Brett Parker is the snake whisperer. He came and helped today. You should have seen him down there climbing around under my truck looking like he was changing the oil. That guy ain't scared of nothing.
No.
I ain't getting that close to no 6-foot
Nope.
snake, but Brett Parker will, and Parker Energy Services will do that kind of service to you out there. Call Parker Energy Services. BTH Services and Rental, Chad Howler, we appreciate you guys. Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews. Brandon Matthews was up there cooking for the Booster Club the other day. We appreciate you. The Eunice Health Clinic, all of the gang down there, we appreciate you guys. Brian, Elma, Aaron, and all the gang. Old Pascal was talking trash to me earlier. They're my neighbors, too.
Sure
and
did not.
He was
I can't
talking trash
imagine.
about my snake and said he lost a snake. Did I find it? Yeah, I'm going to bring it over and put it in your truck tomorrow. But
I can't
anyway.
imagine Pascal talking smack, man.
The Eunice Public Schools, Dwayne Haynes, Cynthia Sims, Rosendo, who's listening, he sent us a message. Matt Kinney, Miss Hahn, David Gagos, and all the staff. And Estancia is back on the field. We're getting ready to start quarter number 2. Ball spotted about the 37-yard line. It's 2nd and 11.
Eunice leads 14-6.
Estancia in the red uniforms, all red. White numbers. Eunice in the white with the red stripes. Estancia ready to go. I look for a heavy dose of running it up the middle. Here they go, right up the middle to Calhoun. He's got a little room. He gets around the right side, and he scrambles through, gets it over the 40-yard line. He's going to pick up about 5.
Third down and about 6, maybe 5 or 6.
They spotting him about the 42-yard line. 11:40 on the clock. This is a big play for the Cardinals here. If they can shut him down with, less than 3 yards here, I would say that Estancia would be in a punting situation again. Anything over that, as they get closer to midfield, I would guess they would go. So it's a big play for the Cardinals here.
Got to stand it up.
We'll see if Estancia does anything other than run it up the middle. I don't know if I would, but here they go. There's the snap. They're going to come right up the middle behind the big, heavy block of the big man. That's Calhoun. He's going to get it close, and so that's going to make it real close, and I would guess one way or the other. They're marking it 4th down and about 1.
I would look for them to run it right back up the middle.
Yes. 47-yard line, 4th down and 1, and from my angle, and we got a real good angle, I would say it's 4th and probably a foot.
Yeah.
And so 10:45 on the clock. Estancia looking over here for the call to the coach. They all look at their wristbands. They're moving Regalado, the monster man power lifter, over to the left side. Trips left, Regalado left. They're going to snap it to Calhoun, and I would guess he's going right behind Regalado. And here he comes right through, and he's got more than enough for a first down. We got a wrestling match going over here. And
Yeah, I got a little after action.
Yeah, I agree. But that's a first down and ball spotted at midfield. 10:22 on the clock. Estancia trying to get something going here. Eunice was able to stop that up the middle stuff the last series. This time they're trying to give them another dose of it. Subs heading in and out for the Cardinals. Estancia taking the play call from the coach. He likes to get the offense set and then look at your defense and go, okay, this is the play we're going to run. So here he goes, Wildcat formation. They snap it right to Calhoun, and he's going to run the exact same play, and the Cardinals sniff him out this time, and he picks up nothing as he's right at the 50-yard line.
Hit a brick wall that time. A Cardinal wall.
Yep.
Maybe not brick.
A wall of feathers.
A wall of feathers.
I don't know how scary a wall of feathers is, but in this case, it's pretty scary.
Looked pretty scary that time.
So 2nd and 10, that's a big stop. Need another one of those, maybe 2 more. Under 9:30 on the clock. Eunice has really got that defense packed in there tight now. They've made some adjustments. Their defense is usually not that tight, but that's what you got to do against this. There's that little cutback to Lucero. He scored a touchdown on that exact same run earlier. This time I thought the ball popped out for a minute, but that was Lucero. The officials, they had him wrapped up at the 50. There was no whistle ever blown. The pile just kept slowly moving. And then the next thing you know, he kind of squirted out and picked up about 5. So it's going to make it 3rd down and 5, ball at the 45. So 3rd and 5.
Good time for the Cardinals to stand up and shut her down again.
Yep. Estancia heads back to the line of scrimmage. I got multiple messages. So we'll see what got people saying we're watching. Some of you folks saying we're watching. I appreciate you for sure. Oh, they're going to try to throw it down the field, and they do. The ball's going to hit the turf. The Cardinals almost had Calhoun in the backfield. He's pretty shifty because he shook a couple of us back there. But it's an incomplete pass.
Now we got a 4th and 5. I don't know whether.
I just got a message from home saying that the Eunice Cardinal girls went down to Jal 0-3. So 3 sets to nothing to the Jal Panthers in the volleyball tournament.
Doggone it.
Yep. All right. So I got the Trujillos, Cam and Tay. Got them watching. We appreciate you. Appreciate Cam and Tay, boy. You talk about some sports royalty in Eunice. That group right there, man. Fun to watch. Great kids, great young man, great family. Shout out to Sandy and the fam. We appreciate you. So Estancia back. It's 4th and 5. I would guess they're going to try to draw us off. No, they're going to throw it. They're looking across. They've got a wide open man down the field, and there was a collision before the ball got there. I thought we interfered, no call, which is good for us. I just call it like I see it. I thought it was pass interference on us, and so did the Estancia crowd. No call, which is good for the Cardinals. And
we'll take anything we can get to help.
Yes.
So we'll take over right there to 45.
So that's going to send Eunice back onto the offensive side. Ball spotted at the 45. 14-6 is the score.
8:22 left in the first half.
Eunice back looking pass. They're going to get rid of it over to the side. Little shake and bake action from Mata. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. So 2nd, and we'll call it 6. We'll say he only picked up 4. They're going to spot it about the 49-yard line. 2nd and 6.
And they're right back up to the line.
Yep, Eunice now got that Woods in the backfield beside Melanson. 3 receivers over to the right. They're looking, they handed up the middle, and Woods punching his feet forward, going to pick up maybe 1.5 yards, maybe 2, and then at the end comes in a late flag as the Cardinals and Estancia have been having some pushing and shoving. Seen it several times out there.
Maybe went from pushing and shoving to pushing harder and shoving harder.
Yeah. I would guess somebody probably hollered or said something, too.
But, you know, the bad thing is usually
Eunice is scooting back. Estancia is not. That's usually not a good sign.
Usually the one that gets caught is the second one.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Somebody pushed me, I push them back, and they see me.
So let's see, unsportsmanlike contact on the Cardinals. That's going to move the Cardinals way back. Appreciate Sean Roach and that crew listening. That's going to move us way back. Push ourselves back, way back.
Forever.
They're showing 3rd and 20 up on the scoreboard. We'll go with that. 7:46 remaining here in the first half.
Be a good time for about a 20-yard pass, wouldn't it?
Yeah. The only problem with that is that usually requires our quarterback to sit back there for 3 to 5 seconds.
A little more time than he needs to be back there.
And that's usually not good for us this year. So here goes Eunice trying to get set. Coach Jackson was out there on the field having a discussion with the officials. And it's going to be 3rd and 20. Ball spotted, we'll say it's at the 36-yard line. 3 receivers out wide to the right, 2 to the left. Estancia looks like they got him coming after him. Melanson takes it. Here comes Estancia trying to get to him. They throw it down the field. Oh, and they had Thompson with a little window. Thompson kind of took a slow down and jumped for it.
Yeah.
I don't know that he could have got to it anyway, but ball is incomplete. That makes it 4th and 20.
I'd say we're going to punt this one.
Yeah, I don't think we have any choices here. 4th and 20. Eunice got the ball about the 36-yard line here, and they are in punt formation. Headed out there, Eunice set. Here comes, and there's a collision over there on that end. Oh, they're going to call Eunice for a false start. I think that's
I
Castro.
thought they jumped offside. And back 5 more yards. Gives him more room. He got a leg. Oof. We just need about a 70-yard punt.
Man, we should bring the field goal unit out.
Yeah.
So Eunice back to the line of scrimmage. Ball now spotted about the 30. Looks like about the 30, maybe the 31. Trying to draw Estancia offsides. No luck, and there was a little bit of movement. We kick it. We kick it away. It's a pretty good punt. Estancia going to tackle or get tackled as soon as they caught it. And that is number, I think that is 6. Austin
yes, number
McCuller,
6.
who comes up and lays the boom on the number 21. That was Calhoun for Estancia, and he gets leveled right after catching that one. 7:24 remaining here in the first half. Eunice leads 6-14, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout down on the field to kind of give Calhoun an opportunity to
catch his breath. He might have knocked the wind out of him.
So a timeout. Estancia will keep it here. I'll continue where I left off a while ago so I can talk about some of these folks. I was talking earlier about the Eunice Public Schools. We had our grand opening, I wish. We had our groundbreaking of the new gymnasium yesterday. Just a great deal. You will not find anybody more excited about that situation than me. So very, very excited. The city of Eunice, Mayor Billy Hobbs and Shannon Cummins, the city manager, she was there as well. Billy and Shannon both at the groundbreaking yesterday, so we appreciate it. Shout out to Vernon Constantino. We appreciate you listening as well. He just sent me a message. Cardinal Hardware, the Davis and the Myers family are just great. They just do so much. We appreciate them. Chip helped my daughter. He built her this pole vault deal that we've got in our backyard where she does pole vault drills in the backyard now, all thanks to Chip. And so I guarantee you, we appreciate you guys. Redbird Garage, the Snake Whisperers, Josh and Erica, Erica Jones, we appreciate you guys. Devon Energy, I mentioned Bryce Jenkins earlier. What about Ryan Dean, former Eunice Cardinal quarterbacks, both of them working at Devon. Them Devon people know how to hire. NMR Pipeline, the Bettis family, Stacy Pop, of course, you can't talk NMR without her, and Redbird Gas, Bart Parker. 7:25 to go here in the first quarter. Estancia back to the ball. 1st and 10. Here goes the snap. They snap it. They're going to run that little reverse or whatever they call it. Counter tackle trap is what I call that to Lucero. He rumbles and stumbles through the middle. Going to pick up about 2.5, maybe 3 up to the 40. So 7:05 on the clock and ticking. And so one of the Eunice players run all the way over here to the sideline to talk to the official. He's not liking something that's happening. And so Estancia back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd, we'll call it 7. Ball spotted at the 40. Estancia in the Wildcat, that's what they do. Don't really have like a quarterback per se that's under center. Right. However, they snap it the majority of the time to Calhoun. In fact, pretty much every time today, I think, except for once. They snap it to Calhoun. Here he comes. He got a lead blocker and a monster. And there was a boom lowered there by Brady Colburn. The senior come in and lowered the boom, dropped the shoulder on him. Calhoun able to stay on his feet, though, although he knocked backwards a step or two. Then he stumbled forward, ends up picking up maybe 2 or 3 on the play. It's going to be 3rd. We'll call it 4. Ball spotted at the 43. Brady Colburn, that was a man tackle right there.
That was a hit right there.
Colburn's got some family that's got some history on Cardinal Field and on the football field, definitely. Rants and so many on the side of his mama as well. Kim, we appreciate you guys listening. Shout out to my wife. She likes snakes. 5:40 on the clock. Here's the snap. They hand it to the big man Regalado, and here comes a flock of Cardinals flying in there, feathers flying everywhere, and the Bears are going backwards there. They lose at least 2, maybe 3, push them all the way back to the 41, and it's going to be 4th and 6.
I'd say they'd want to get that punt team out.
Coach Burnett going to have to pull out his secret play that he's got over here. Let's see what he's got them doing here. Looks like they're going to go to punt formation. I saw him do to the leg, so I'm assuming that leg going up and down
means kick it.
Don't mean he needs to take a leak. It means that they should kick it. And so Estancia ready to go. Ball spotted just about the 40. Oh, and man, I thought we were offsides. I don't see a flag, though. Big pile of people. Their ball is going to skip deep into Cardinal territory. And he's in the end zone. That's a dead ball, and it's at the 20. So, yep. So, if he had just left it alone.
Yeah, it would have stopped, I think, on its own.
61 was offsides right in front of you.
Yeah, Eunice had a player that I thought was offsides, too, so I got to agree with the Estancia crowd again. No call there.
Yeah, that was he did jump.
Yep. Yeah, so 6-14 is the score. Eunice going to take over 1st and 10.
4 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first half.
We appreciate you guys listening for sure. Like I said, thank you so much for listening back home. Eunice heads to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. We'll say the ball's at the 20. It is. 3 receivers wide left. Here's the snap. They hand it right up the middle to Woods. He's hiding behind his blockers, and then the ball was taken away from him. And I think they're going to say that it was down. I don't know. There's a discussion. I think they're going to say he's down, but I'm not sure. There's a discussion going. The defensive end, number 50, Lucero, just reached in there and snatched that ball away from Woods right as he was going to the ground. They're going to say he's down, so that's going to make it 2nd and 6. Ball spotted about the 24-yard line, 25. They throw it over here. They've got a receiver. I think that was Mata. They cover him up so quick I couldn't tell. He's going to pick up a few yards, though. Picks up a couple.
15.
Picks up 3. Ball spotted 3rd. And that was Maddox Mata.
Yep.
So 3rd, and we'll call it 2. Can't really see the ball. I think that's about the 28-yard line. Eunice with the snap. They give it to Woods up the middle. He's bobbing and weaving. He bounced out to the right and then cuts back to the middle. And here come Lucero trying to power drive him at the end, but not before Woods picks up a 1st down. Ball's all the way out now to about the 36-yard line. We'll call it the 30. Yeah, we'll call it the 36. It's close. Estancia trying to scramble and get set up. Eunice is on the ball quick. They snap it to Melanson. He's looking down the field, throws it down the field, and it goes out of bounds. And I thought I saw a flag on, so I bet that's going to be a holding on Cardinals from where that one is.
Yeah, that's right. The right spot for holding.
Yeah. We struggle, I think, at least, when we start rolling Melanson out of the pocket, especially when it's to that left side. We struggle with that because now he has to throw it across his body.
And the only way they can get more time is hang on to that guy.
Oh, they called an illegal chop block. That may be a big one. I think it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a 15-yarder, and it's a spot foul, so it goes way
They
back.
should have just grabbed him there. That's only 10 yards.
Yeah, you could have tied a lasso around his legs and not had that type of penalty. That's going to make it 1st, and they're showing 36.
30.
Man, that's a long dang ways. I know that. Here's the snap. Looking down the field. Here comes the entire team, and we throw a little pass over the middle. They were trying to set the screen up, but we didn't even have time to set the screen up.
They were coming.
So it's now 2nd down and 26 from the 20-yard line.
So they've changed it from 36 to 26. 2nd down and 26 yards is what the board shows. 3:20 on the clock here in the first half. Eunice with the ball. We're in a hole here. Got to see if we can dig ourselves out. Empty backfield. Melanson back there by himself. Here comes here comes Estancia again. We throw the ball down the field, and it is overthrown. And then there was a late hit there at the end, but I don't think there was any call.
No call.
As Thompson got buried on an uncatchable pass, and even the Estancia coaching staff was out there on the field hollering at their player saying, you can't do that.
You can't hit him like that.
Yep. So, anyway, I guess I saw it. The Estancia coaching staff saw it, but apparently nobody else did. So 3:07 on the clock. It's third down and a long dang ways. We got to dang near get to Hobbs to get a first down. So we brought two and put them in the backfield with Melanson this time. Going to rotate one out. Here comes the snap. Looking down the field. They throw it. It's almost picked off, and then it was caught off the deflection. I can't tell who hell that is. Is that Garcia? It is Garcia. The ball got deflected off the hands of an Estancia player who thought he had a pick six. Then it pops up into the air. Kevin Garcia, the senior, comes running through, scoops it out of the air. Almost looked like, what do they call it, the Immaculate Reception with Franco Harris back in the Pittsburgh days. And then he rumbles and stumbles all the way down to the 40 for a first down. Cardinals under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Eunice hustles back to the line of scrimmage. Here they go with that roll. They roll over to the left. Throw it out. I think that was Mata. He's bouncing, bobbing, weaving. Here he's going to come. He's running backwards 20 yards, and now he turns it all the way on the right side. He's trying to get down the field, and he's down to about the 21-yard line.
Man, he run 50 yards.
Mata he ran 50 just from one side to the other, plus the original. So the announcer on the radio just said he ran 65 yards to pick up 19. So Mata with the first down. 6-14 is the score. 2:41 on the clock. Eunice hustling back to the line of scrimmage. I got Houston Harvey asking about the game. Shout out to Harb. Oh, here comes Woods right up the middle. He's still rumbling, stumbling all the way down to the 10.
Close to maybe another first down.
Let me answer him so we get him online.
Second down and 1.
Yeah, we got about 9 yards on the play, so it'll be second down and 1. We're knocking on the door. 2 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first half. We're driving.
Eunice back, rolling left, throws it over there to the left side, trying to dance as Mata. Pass is complete, and he's going to pick up a few yards out of the play.
Looks like that'll make it first and goal.
Just trying to see what they see. Yeah, they're going to give him the first. So first and goal. Ball spotted about the 7.
Yeah, probably more like the 8, 9, 8, probably 8.
Look like it's the second
between
marker
the 7 and 8.
because this guy's standing at the 5. So they snap it. They're going to hand it right up the middle to Woods. He's bobbing, weaving, and he crashes into the end zone. Touchdown, Eunice, on about we'll call it a 7-yard run by Woods.
Make the score Eunice 20, Estancia 6, and Eunice will set up for the after the touchdown point.
Yeah. So Wood, after running the touchdown, now gets back to kick. He's back. We're ready. There's the snap. Place. The kick is up. It looks good. It's right down the middle, and it is good. So Woods with the 7-yard touchdown, and then the PAT. That makes it 21-6. The good thing for the Cardinals is with just under 2 minutes to go, Eunice will get the ball back to start the second half.
Right.
So if Eunice can stop Estancia here, they got a good shot of having a chance to be up 28-6 to start this second half. So
and stopping them here is going to give them some good momentum to start the second half too.
So shout out to Shane Williams and the fam. They've got some new edition Eunice Cardinals, so we appreciate you listening. Everybody back home listening, getting tons of messages. When I start giving shout-outs, man, then my phone starts blowing up because people are like, hey, what about me?
How come you didn't say nothing to me?
And I love it, man. I love everybody listening. We appreciate you guys. That's why we do this. I can assure you that Charlie and I, we're not getting paid like,
like those
Troy Aikman or You know, none of them. They don't pay us.
But I'll bet you one thing. They don't enjoy it any more than we do.
That's right. That's right. So Eunice set up to kick off here. It's 21-6, under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Little pooch kick over the top. Going to be taken. Oh, and then goodness, he got leveled, and there's a flag on the play. I hope they didn't call that a high hit. That was Luis Gomez that come flying through the air, Jimmy Superfly Snuka style. He looked like he was doing some WWF, WWE move, and a flag come flying in right in the general area. Let's see what they call here. I'm hoping that maybe they're going to call a hold to where that flag is. Holding.
Oh, yeah.
Holding on Estancia, so they'll back them up. Man.
That was a tackle now.
Yeah. Shoot, he'd come diving through there and look like David Nicely back in the day.
I got a pretty good shot of that one. So you go back and look at it later.
Yeah, that's, man, he came through there doing work. And so, anyway, Estancia back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to spread a little wider this time, send two wide to the left, all the way over here near the sideline. 1:53 on the clock.
Maybe they're going to try a little pass game, huh?
Yeah. Yep. Elma, we appreciate you listening. They're going to hand it to the big man, Regalado, the powerlifting state champ. He's going to run up the middle, and then they're going to call a timeout, it looks like. Oh, Eunice is going to call the timeout. Eunice is hoping they can get a stop here.
And get some more points on the board.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd.
Nah, I think I'd let that go.
Especially after a second. He picked up about
6,
4 or 5
probably.
yards there.
Probably 2nd and 6.
Yeah. So appreciate you guys, Elma, listening. That's part of that Eunice Health Clinic, and so we appreciate everybody back home. Once again, we mentioned earlier the Lady Cards fell earlier today in the opening game of the Cardinal Invitational volleyball tournament. So anyway, we appreciate you. One other note that I wanted to talk about a little bit here today is Randy Fowler. You know, Randy Fowler, the former superintendent. Randy was born, reading his obituary, I didn't realize this until the obituary came out, born in Eunice. Not too many people can say they were born in Eunice.
We had a hospital there
I know, a couple. I've got it. My brother was born in Jow, as crazy as that sounds.
My sister was born in Eunice.
Really?
Yeah.
So anyway, Randy was born in Eunice, raised in Eunice, graduated high school in Eunice, drafted by the Cincinnati Reds straight out of high school, decided to go to New Mexico State, where he was a two-sport athlete at New Mexico State, played baseball and basketball. I mean, that just doesn't happen for sure today, but I don't even know that happened back then.
He played 2 sports, and he also had to do his studies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's a stud right there.
Ended up leaving there, graduated from Eastern, went on to become the Eunice superintendent, the Portales superintendent, and anyway, passed away here this past week. Eunice saying they've got a fumble here. They're saying they have the ball. Okay, they're going to say the ball was dead.
It was already down.
So a little bit of discussion, still some argument going on. Eunice trying to call a timeout to stop the clock. Coaches waving their arms around going, hey, what are we, chop liver over here? Call the timeout. So minute 30 on the clock. We've got another timeout. Shout out to a few of those sponsors.
Let's just run down the whole list right now. We got Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny. BTH Services and Rental, Chad Howler. Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogemeyer, Brandon Matthews and the crew. Eunice Health Clinic, Brian, Elma, Romero, Aaron Pascal, and all the gang. Eunice Public Schools, Dwayne Haynes, Cynthia Sims, Rosendo, Mac Coy. Rosendo, where are you, son? I need you. Kenny Reed, Mrs. Hahn, David Gagos, and all the staff. City of Eunice, Billy Hobbs, Shannon Cummings. Cardinal Hardware, the Davis and Myers family. Redbird Garage, Josh and Erica Jones. Devon Energy, Bryce Jenkins, Ryan Dean, some other Eunice folks. NMR Pipeline, LLC, the Bettis family, Stacy Pop. And last but not least, Redbird Guys with Mr. Bart Parker.
I want to shout out to Bob Lau. Bob showed up today as they were trying to get that snake out of my car, and nobody could quite get a hold of him. He kept finding little places to hide up in the engine area. And we asked Bob, "Do you have one of them snake grabbers?" And he showed us his finger like he was measuring a hot dog. And he's like, "I got this." And I thought, "Man, you're tougher than me."
Not me.
Anyway, so
I'd have been
Estancia back on the
shooting, so
ball,
good thing
third
I wasn't
down
there.
and 2, ball spotted about the 37. They run a little counter cutback up the middle, trying to reach and get the first down. And looks like they're marking them as a no gain almost.
Yeah. There was a lot of activity over here on this left side.
I'm not
too.
sure either official on either side knew where the ball was. They spotted it back,
Yeah, they gave him
and
a
Eunice
little
going
bit
to
of
call a
gain.
timeout. The guy in the middle gave them a gain. Both sideline judges, which are usually spotting,
They were back.
they were back another yard. I have to go back and look at that on the camera. I guarantee you both sideline judges were back at least another yard. The guy, which I agree with the guy in the middle. I thought he
Yeah, he was
picked up a couple. But anyway, so that's going to make it 4th down, and we'll call it a 1.5 foot, like a foot-long hot dog like that one I ate yesterday at the groundbreaking. They had some glizzies over there. So 1:23 remaining here in the first half. 21-6. And so Eunice burns another timeout. They're trying to get a stop here. 4th and 1. Estancia knows they need this first down because they do not want to give Eunice the ball back.
Especially not right here.
Right here.
We're inside.
Oh, and Estancia is going to go for it. They got the offense on the field.
Yeah, it's just a yard. Now we have stopped them behind the line, so.
Yeah, I would
Boys,
look for that like offsides play, trying to get us to jump here. And they did. They tried to run the offsides play. Eunice never moved, and so now Estancia going to take a timeout.
I think maybe they might just punt it on out of the way.
Yeah, so Bob, Kelsey Gwynn, Josh Jones, you should have seen him. Now, Dylan Frank, he's about as tough as me. We were standing on boxes outside the side of the car looking. Those others were up underneath that sucker. They had it on the lift.
So where did the snake go underneath the car? You don't know?
Oh, yeah, you could see him. Kelsey Gwynn, I don't know if he hauls cocaine for a living or what, but he's got one of those cameras that like the DPS used to look up inside your gas tank and whatnot. He had that thing, and he found him several times.
Wow.
But then when they'd try to like figure out some way to get in there to get him, he'd be gone. He'd move. And he's about 6 foot long, probably wasn't big around as my thumb.
We should have just went down to the car wash and went through the car wash.
We tried the air blower to blow him out, and we couldn't get him out. So Estancia going to go for it. They got the offense back on the field. 4th and 1, 1:23 to go.
Boys, don't jump.
Trying to keep them. They're going to hand it on the outside. They run Calhoun around the outside. He's got some space, breaks down the sidelines, and knocked out of bounds by Luis Gomez. The first time the entire game
that first down
that Estancia's went outside. And they pick up a big one there.
I guess a good time to go around the outside for them, huh?
Yeah. So 1:17 on the clock. They get the ball past midfield. Oh, they call a flag.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, they called, and that's going to give 15 yards. And so that's going to make it 1st and 10. 1:17 to go. They've spotted it at the 43.
Yeah.
And that's a big play because now the Estancia Bears are in, they're in pretty dang good field position here. Now, this is not their typical game plan. They're going to hand it up to Lucero. He has a big opening, gets around, and Gomez saves a touchdown. And the Estancia faithful are going crazy here.
Down inside the 20.
Yep.
The coach is telling him, get out there and go.
Yeah, he's trying to tell them to hurry because Eunice is trying to sub. They've got people running off and on the field. And so here they go. They're going to run it right up the middle this time, I would guess. They fake it one way, and Calhoun goes right up the middle, and he's going to pick up a couple yards. Picks up about 4.
Got 51 seconds left.
2nd down and 6. Ball spotted about the 11. Estancia now in the hurry up. 40 seconds to go. Eunice trying to shuffle. Looks like they're kind of discombobulated would be a good word here. Regalado and Calhoun in the backfield. The ball is on the turf. Eunice trying to get to him. He picks it up. Does Calhoun? He's trying to scramble. They take him down in the backfield.
Mishandled step. Calhoun picks up the ball, loses about
20 seconds.
20 seconds. They're trying to get the ball reset. Estancia trying to hurry them up. They've moved it all the way back to, we'll call it the 17-yard line. The Estancia faithful screaming at their team to hurry. 5 seconds on the clock. Estancia gets set. Here's the snap. Calhoun going right up the middle, and now the whistle blows, and they're going to call.
Somebody moved.
Is there a flag?
About 2 seconds left on the clock.
Estancia is going to take a timeout.
Okay.
So timeout Estancia with 2 seconds on the clock. It's 21-6, and the ball spotted about the 16-yard line.
It looked like they hiked the ball before the whistle, but, here we go.
Going to be an interesting one.
So this will be the last play of the first half when they get back out here.
Houston Harvey sending me some messages here, man. Houston was a good one. That whole Harvey family, Houston multiple-time state champion. Kelly, a.k.a. Block A, he multiple-time state champion. Their papa, man, Big Mike, multiple-time state champion.
Yeah.
And so, man, just great people too, man. Those are Eunice Cardinals right there, and man, just good folks. Think the world of them. And so, anyway, 2 seconds to go. Estancia heading back out on the field.
See what kind of stuff they got for this last play.
Yep, it's going to be the last play, and unless there's a defensive penalty, this will be it, or a touchdown. Here we go. Here's the snap. They're going to run it right up the middle, and Eunice going to take them down, and that is going to be the end of the first half. And I am surprised that they just tried to run the same old lead play, and at the end of the first half, it's 21-6. Your Cardinals are in the lead. We'll send it over for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. Devon Energy is proud to support Eunice High School athletic programs. By partnering with Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Cardinals! The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics. Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice. Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle. Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids with their academics and athletics. They realize that balancing both is challenging and appreciate their determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they are cheering them on all the way. Bart and his crew say, "Go Eunice Cardinals!" BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. Devon Energy is proud to support Eunice high school athletic programs. By partnering with Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Cardinals! The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics. Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice. Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle. Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids with their academics and athletics. They realize that balancing both is challenging and appreciate their determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they are cheering them on all the way. Bart and his crew say, "Go Eunice Cardinals!"
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Charlie Fairbrush here. 3:45 remaining on the clock here at the halftime. It is Eunice 21, Estancia 6. The Cards, did some definite good things. Eunice jumped on the board early after a fumble recovery by the Cardinals. Eunice jumps on the board 7-0 on the Melanson TD pass to Ashton Thompson, approximately 25 yards. Estancia comes rumbling back. They made it 6-7 after a 4-yard run by Lucero of Estancia. Eunice wasted no time going back the other direction, made it 14-6 after a 25-yard pass from Melanson to Castro and the Woods extra point kick. It was 14-6. Stayed that way for quite some time, and then a 7-yard run by Woods by Eunice made it 21-6 and his extra point as well. So 21-6. Estancia drove the ball all the way down the field inside the 10-yard line, right at the end. Couldn't get the ball in the end zone before the clock reached zeros, and that is where we're at. It's 21-6 here. 2:30 remaining on the halftime clock. Your Eunice Cardinals are back out on the field. I don't see Estancia yet, and anyway, anybody out there listening gets any game updates from around the area, I would definitely be interested in the JAL score. I believe Texaco and Santa Rosa were playing tonight. That'd be one I'd be interested in. I know you mentioned earlier Lovington was playing Seminole. I think last we heard they were down 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was early in the first quarter there. So
and then I believe Hobbs was playing Artesia tonight. I don't know if that was at the Bulldog Bowl or if they're in Hobbs. Either one of those 2 places would have been a neat place to watch that game because that's a pretty rowdy one when both teams have solid football teams, and they do both this year. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. Once again, just a repeat of some information that we mentioned. They had the groundbreaking of the new Joe Langston Arena and Wally Goodman Complex yesterday in Eunice. Great day to be a Cardinal as Eunice is building. The last numbers I heard was a $38 million gymnasium. Now, a lot of people say, well, man, that's a lot of money, you know, this and that. And it is. There's no doubt it's a lot of money. But a lot of the restrictions and regulations in New Mexico create that.
Right.
For that same amount in Texas, I mean, I don't know if anybody saw it. I believe it's Melissa School District over near the Dallas-Fort Worth area just built a $35 million football stadium, and it looks like a major
like
college stadium. It's got a jumbotron that's half the size of the freaking field. It's got double deckers with boxes. It's just a different level over there. The money or the product you get for the money in Texas is just different than it is here. I just got some information here stating that Artesia's up 15-0 at the half. Hey, man, there is a neat one. I appreciate some information here. Coach Crowley, man, we miss you, Coach. We think the world of you, even though you came from that green place they call the Wolverines, the stinky little Wolverines. But we love us some Coach Crowley. It says, good evening, this is Coach Crowley. I know you said too many requests for shout-outs, but if you can, absolutely. And want to send one to Julius Woods, a multiple-time state champ. Coach Crowley and Julius supporting Elgin Woods, man. He's had a heck of a start to the season.
Oh, yeah.
So we appreciate you. Crowley says no need to mention his name, but we want to mention you, buddy.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, and we miss you.
And I want to do a shout-out to Roy McCallop. He's listening in. He let me know he was listening into the game. Appreciate you listening. Appreciate all the listeners. Got
another message here from John Nogelmeyer. He says Artesia's up now 22-0 at half over Hobbs, and Jow is up 14-0 over Thule at the half.
Are they playing in Jowl or Tularosa?
I have no idea. Another message here from John says Texaco is up 14-7 late in the second quarter over Santa Rosa.
Yeah.
So that's a good ball game.
Sounds like a tough game.
Shout out to my cousin Shelly Bowe, Shelly and Heath Dean. We appreciate you guys listening. And I know, like I said, I saw my Uncle Kenny here. Shout out to Kenny, man. Health problems, but man, if anybody can whoop him, it's that guy. One of the toughest men I know. So
see if I can zoom in on the crowd over there so we can pick out all of them guys.
Got a little crowd over there.
Yeah, not bad for the drive we've got.
That's a long ways. People don't realize.
It's a long ways. And then the volleyball tournament's going on as well.
I got some of my old buddies in Arkansas. They'll be like, we had to drive 2 hours for a game today. Can't believe we had to go so far. And I'm like, yeah, you should come to New Mexico, buddy, because it is different.
A little different.
Yeah, we'll take some trips for sure. So the Cardinals are going to receive here Estancia to kickoff. They did try an onside kick in the first half. I wouldn't be surprised to see it here. And so getting ready. We've also got some of the Tatum crew listening, so we appreciate you guys, the Tatum crew, listening to us and getting ready to go here as your Cardinals will be receiving.
Good thing about that onside kickoff, we get some good field position if we get it down.
Yep. Just got to make sure it's good. It gets a little scary. Here comes the kick. They're going to onside it again, and they kick it straight out of bounds. And there go the flags, and the Cardinals will start off with amazing field position and a 21-6 lead.
He booted a little hard, I think, on that one.
Yeah, that was definitely a kick.
We'll see what they elect to choose.
I think he was trying to bounce it up, and it just went straight out.
Yeah, so once again, we appreciate everybody. Some of these messages I'm getting are on Facebook, and it's hard for me to get in and out of all those different apps to get over there. Derek Martinez listening. We appreciate you. Rance Colburn listening. Hayden Dean. Jacob Mendoza, the Mendoza clan. We appreciate you.
Hit somebody.
All right. Here we go. 21-6. The Cardinals ready. Melanson takes the snap. Looking out to his right. Throws it out. A little move by, I believe that was Woods. He's bobbing, weaving. No, that's Mata. And he's around over out of bounds. He's going to be real close to a first down.
Number 12, Chris Rodriguez.
Looks like they're going to mark it about. Ooh.
Mata was bobbing and weaving that time. And so, yeah, they marked him.
Looks like it's going to be second down and 2.
Well,
Man, the chains
our
had already
chains are
moved.
just going all over the
They
place.
did that in the first half, and it cost us a turnover on downs at one point.
I think those boys with the chains seen where he actually went out.
They were headed down the field. Yeah, the chains had already moved. Look at them, and now they're making it 2nd and 3 or 4. What in the world?
Oh, my goodness.
11:49 on the clock, and they're just like, yeah, that looks good. Set up right there.
Just move the
they
thing
hand it
wherever you want.
right up the middle, and that's Woods. He's bobbing. He's weaving. Man, he was juking. He was jiving. I was bouncing in my seat from one cheek to the other trying to mimic his movement, and Woods
he's right up to
pumping those
25.
feet, and he gets a first
26.
down all the way to the 26-yard line.
27-yard line of Eunice.
So the chain's not really an issue in that. We
First
just went ahead
and 10, ball, they're saying 27. Eunice ready. Melanson in the backfield by himself. Throws it over the middle. He's got Thompson. Thompson turns on the afterburners. He's to the 10, the 5, and he steps in. Touchdown, Ashton Thompson. Ashton Thompson puts 6 more on the board for the Cardinals. It's now 27-6.
And that's exactly the way you wanted to start this half, wasn't it?
27-yard TD catch by Thompson. And so they'll send Elgin Woods onto the field for the extra point. Woods steps in. He's ready. Here comes the snap. It's down, the kick is up, it drives through, and it looks to be good, and that'll make it 28-6. The Eunice Cardinals in the lead here, 28-6.
Now let's get that defense rolling.
Yeah, got to be able to shut down that power game up the middle. I say that. They shut it down, and I mean, they put a bunch of yards on the stat sheets in the first half, but not a lot of points. So,
we shut them down at just the right spot.
Yeah,
because you want to say that.
So if we can keep that up, keep it going, keep people out of the end zone. I'm going to jump back over here just so I can see some of these people that are, oh, man, yeah, Lindsey Danford, Adam Thompson, we appreciate you guys. Block A, Blake Harvey, man, the myth, the legend. That guy is what do you need? What are you asking me? The viewers? That Block A is a flag football phenom, still at damn near 50 years old. He probably don't tell nobody he's 50 because he looks like he's about 25. That guy's chiseled up like a statue. Here comes the kick. It's a good one by Woods all the way down to the 15. They run the little starburst, hand it off to this side. They got a big gap there. And they're going to get it all the way across the 35 to about the 36, maybe 37-yard line. Ran the little starburst, threw us off a little bit.
Yeah, got a few yards out of it.
Raymond Cerna, he's listening. We appreciate your big Raym Diggity. He's out of my class, man. Class of 95 Eunice Cardinals. We appreciate you listening. Try to give you some shout-outs when I can. Nathan Payne, you're in the house. I got me some Nathan Payne. Nate Dog. All right, the Cardinals on defense here. Estancia in the solid red. 11:23 on the clock. Starting in the second quarter here after the Cardinals punched it in. Here comes Estancia. 1st and 10. Ball spotted about the 37, 38-yard line. That's that big power lifter Regalado in the back. He gets drilled in the knees, and he's kind of slow getting up. Like he don't like them knees getting drilled.
Yeah. He probably right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
I couldn't tell whether that was Isaiah Hernandez. I think that was Isaiah Hernandez that came up and made that tackle. Like I said, I'm looking through a double pane glass that's dirty with some light shining on it, so I can't hardly see. Charlie got
so
the
he's
clear
telling
view
me to pay attention
because he's got the camera over there. So we've got him on the open side, and I'm looking at a reflection of my face. And you talk about a good-looking face.
And I'm kind of not looking at numbers. I'm looking at the overall output.
They bounce it to Lucero on that little counter cutback. Headed up the middle, and a host of Redbirds come flying in. They look like buzzards on some meat, bear meat, and they drive him back for a loss of 1. It's going to make it 3rd down and about 9. Ball spotted about the man. They give him some great forward progress all the way up to about the, we'll call it the 39-yard line.
It was behind that.
Yeah, they drove him back. All right, so Estancia back on the ball. They get into that spread set, little Wildcat style set, and then the coach calls the sideline or calls the play from the sideline. So here they come around this right side. They try to get it out, and they don't. The Cardinals come flocking in. They look like Sandhill Cranes headed for Lubbock.
I think they might have that run figured out.
They've made some adjustments as Coach Jackson. Coach Reed is the defensive coordinator, so shout out to Coach Reed, and that's going to make it 4th and long for Estancia here.
I'd expect to see the punter coming out.
And it looks like he's marching back to the back there. So 9:34 on the clock here in quarter number 3. Eunice leads 28-6 and Estancia in the punt formation. Las Vegas 13, Dexter 16. That's another score update I just got. And there is a snap.
Oh, and there's a whistle.
Oh, and they called a false start.
Oh, man.
So
that was a break for them.
Yeah.
Big break.
That will be a 5-yard penalty. It will make it 4th and 14 for the Bears from about.
Got people asking me if the Cardinals are on. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that penalty was a big break because that thing went back about 15 yards behind the punter.
Yeah, it was going to be tough for him to get there for sure. Man, I'm being told Texaco 14, Santa Rosa 13.
Ooh, it's tight.
Eunice drops that, and that's Gomez, but he picks it back up, 28-6. Eunice going to have the ball in good field position. They're going to mark it right at the 35.
Yeah, it looks like about the 35 and a half.
Seminole 62, Lovington 14 in the third quarter. So the wheels fell off for Lovington. They're not going round and round no more.
My grandson's having a good night then.
Yeah. Eunice in the shotgun. They're going to hand it right up the middle to Woods. He cuts around, breaks it. He shakes, he bakes, he's spinning. Young man trying to make like Barry Sanders out there bobbing and weaving.
He sure did.
Man, Elgin Woods. Man, I think Julius must have been cooking him some food. You know, he's been cooking at the Outlaw Grill, and old Jules, he may have cooked that man up some moves. Here's a snap to Melanson. He's looking deep. He throws it down the right side. He's got a man. That's Thompson. He breaks it down the right side. He's to the 10-5. Touchdown. Ashton Thompson on a 55-yard touchdown reception. What a throw by Melanson.
Makes the score Eunice 34, Estancia 6. And we'll await the kick by Mr. Woods.
So Elgin Woods heads out onto the field. 8:43 remaining here in the third. It's 34-6. Woods ready. Gives him the nod. It's kind of like a team roper. He gives him the nod and tells him he's ready. There's the kick. It's up. It's a drive. It looked like it's right down the middle, and it is. And that's going to make the score 35-6. Your Eunice Cardinals have put 7 more on the board after the 55-yard touchdown pass from Melanson to Thompson, and then the extra point by Woods. Eunice leads big now, 35-6.
I'll give a quick shout out to our sponsors, the Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, City of Eunice, Cardinal Hardware, Redbird Garage, and they do snakes and everything there too, right? At that
Yeah,
Redbird
they
Garage.
do. They'll remove a snake or try.
Or try. Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline LLC, and Redbird Gas.
Man, shout out to Alan and Jackie Miller, Clifford Miller, Howard and June Ziegler, all watching at the Miller household. Man, people don't know the connection between the Millers and the Newmans and the Joneses. We appreciate you guys. Appreciate all of you listening. Great Eunice Cardinals right there, so appreciate you. Here goes Estancia. They're going to fumble the ball. The Cardinals are going to pounce on it, and it's going to be Eunice ball inside the 30, and the Cardinals have it again.
And the Cardinal bench, the fans go wild.
Yeah, all 10 of them
Every
Eunice
one of
Cardinal
them.
fans just got up and went crazy over there. They were doing the wave or
It sounded like it was
the worm
400
or-
over there the way they hollered.
Just got another update. Texaco 22, Santa Rosa 13.
Little back and forth game there, huh?
Man, they said the scoreboard on our app is still showing it's the second quarter.
Oh, sorry about
So
that.
anyway, no big deal. It's a little app on a cell phone. So for those of you never seen it, it's kind of a pain in the tail. But anyway,
Yeah, I just forgot.
35-6. Here comes Eunice back out onto the field with their offense. 8:36 to go here in the third. Melanson takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Woods. Woods is bobbing. He's weaving. He dropped the football, but then he jumped over and jumped back on it. Probably threw it forward for a couple of yards.
Trying anyway, whatever you got to do to get a couple more yards. Huh?
They had a hold of his leg. He was hopping up and down. And looked
about
like
a
me
yard
when I
and a
was in
half.
high school trying to escape all them little high school girls when they was trying to get me, and they had a hold of my leg, and I was
Just jumping all over the place.
that
huh?
really wasn't true, but it sounded like a good
Sounded
story.
good.
So Eunice back in the shotgun. They throw it to Melanson. He pump fakes and then cuts up the middle, and he got hammered pretty hard. Looked like there was a confusion out on.
Yeah.
Looked like the receivers weren't running the same play that the quarterback was running there. That's the first time I've seen that the whole game. I better knock on wood. And anyway, that makes it 3rd and 10.
Yeah, just got it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Ball spotted about the 27.5, maybe 28. Melanson with it, rolling right. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got some room, and he had a little break for just a second. And I tell you what, that number 50 Lucero from Estancia, he's a one-man defensive wrecking crew, because he drug down Melanson from behind him. Melanson is no slowpoke.
No, he can turn them wheels on.
That young man, he runs on all of our relay teams. He can go, and 50 run him down and
They're
just
going to go for it here on
grab it.
4th down.
4th and 6. Eunice ready to go, and that looked like an offsides.
Yeah.
Even the Eunice receivers are like, hey, what the heck? Eunice back up there, ready to go. Here comes the snap. They snap it, they fake the handoff, then they roll to the left. Looking down the field, they got a man, but they missed him, threw it down into the turf, trying to get it to Mata Melanson. And I mentioned in the first half, he, in my opinion, he's an amazing quarterback, a great one.
yeah.
I think in the list of the top greats. But where he struggles to throw is when you
Starts
roll him
rolling
across his body. When he's rolling left, trying to turn his hips one way and his shoulders the other, it's hard for him to get anything on those passes. And right there was one of those. He threw that one into the turf, and that's going to be a turnover on downs as Estancia will step back out on the other end of it. Got another shout out here to Cameron Fisher and crew. We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody out there listening, so shout out to all of you. Thank you so much. Getting some of these messages here. Under 7 minutes to go. It's 35-6. Eunice in the lead after a turnover on downs inside the 30-yard line. Estancia with the ball. I look for another dose of run it up the middle. Here they go to the big man, Regalado. He's rumbling. He's stumbling. And he's going to pick up about 7-8 yards.
Definitely just smash mouth football right up the middle.
Yeah.
7, looks like we're going to be 2nd and 3.
Trying to keep up with y'all. We appreciate you listening. Appreciate everybody. And man, Redbird Garage, the snake play. You get a snake in your car. You know, I'm kind of old, at least my wife tells me all the time that I am. And I'm damn near 50, and I ain't never had a snake. And I lived in Arkansas where there's lots of snakes. I ain't never had a snake crawl up in my car like that, and I couldn't believe that thing just went up in there like nothing, and then you couldn't get him out. They're going to hand it right up the middle to Regalado again. He's going to pick up the first down, and then he's met by a host of Cardinals. And they're going to stop him about the 35-yard line. 6:04 on the clock. It's going to be a first down for Estancia, and their crowd gets a little
crowd
feisty.
goes wild.
That's right.
Look at that.
They're shaking the little pom-poms, making a little noise.
I didn't notice. We don't have our cheerleaders today, do we?
Yeah, you know what? I didn't notice that either, but we don't. You're right. Maybe they stayed for volleyball.
Yeah, could be.
So they snap it, fake the handoff, and here comes the quarterback slash. Oh, and the ball pops out again. At the end of that play, Estancia comes up with it, but that ball popped out. Estancia jumped on it.
We got to be watching for that.
Man, there was another ball on the turf.
At their own 49-yard line.
So got the latest update here. Says that Jowl 14, Tularosa 0, Artesia 28, Hobbs 0, Seminole 6-9, Lovington 14.
A little blowout going on in Seminole.
Yeah. Whew.
That's Seminole's home opener over there.
Well, and Seminole's a different beast.
Oh, yeah.
There ain't no doubt. They snap it, hand the ball right up to Regalado up the middle, and he goes nowhere. I don't even think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
He hit that feather wall that time.
John Dean Davis, man, that Davis group, we appreciate you guys, appreciate all you do. JD, John Dean, I mean, you
Bunch of
talk
good
about
folks.
some good people.
Yep.
Good folks. We appreciate you. Leanne Reeves, she came by. She started to jump out of the car and run and wrangle that snake, and then she decided not to.
If I drove by and you had a snake, I'd just keep on driving by, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
Her and Sarah was looking at me like, yeah, you look like you got this. We're not coming over there. So shout out to Sarah, Maddox Scholar. Man, that's Sarah. She's a smart one. Part of that volleyball team as well. Good young lady for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So Estancia runs that one. They're going to pick up one, maybe two. There's flags all over out there. Laundry all over everywhere. Looks like my bedroom.
Maybe some holding, or it's hard to say. We'll find out in a minute.
See what they call here. 4:38 on the clock, 35-6. Did you see a signal?
I guess they picked it up.
Really? That's what I do with my laundry. I pick it up and put it on tomorrow.
Maybe he just accidentally
Oh,
dropped
shoot, now
that
he
flag.
just picked it up and marched them forward about 3-4 yards.
Well, he said he waved the flag off, but they still
He
gave
waved
him
the flag off and then gave him about 4 yards.
That's a penalty, no penalty.
Dead ball. We're going to walk the ball up about 4 yards.
Since I screwed up. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Y'all don't
4:30.
file a grievance or none of that, please.
Here we go. Third down and 7. File them grievances. They run that little counter back to Lucero. He's going to pick up maybe one, maybe two.
They got fourth down.
So fourth down, they're going to spot it the 47-yard line. Need to get to the 41.
Maybe a punt here, or they think they're going to. Well, they're kind of running out short on time.
I don't think you're going to see many punts. So, Crowley says, I told you not to mention my name, but I did anyway, so you have to come back to Eunice and straighten me out. So come on down. I got a red Cardinal hat for you. 35-6, 3:40 to go. Here's the snap. It's fourth down. Big play for the Cardinals. They stand him up and drive him backwards,
close.
and based off where they stood him up, I don't think they're going to give it to him. They didn't, so the Cardinals stop them. Got a shout out here from Travis Pearson. You know Travis Pearson is the man. If anybody could start a fight in Amarillo, it'd be Travis Pearson. And so I didn't have anything to do with it, but he's there. He's shouting us out. We appreciate you. That old Pearson clan. We got some Pearsons out here on this team. It seems like every year there's a Pearson out there.
They just keep coming.
Yep. So Eunice back on the field in the offense, 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Melanson in the backfield, takes a snap, looking down the field. He gets hit as he was about to throw, And I think they called it an incomplete pass. That's a heck of a break if that's what they called.
I don't know. They're
no,
backing
they
them up.
didn't.
They're calling a
They
sack.
didn't call it. I can't tell whether they.
They're calling it a sack because they got the second down marker all the way back where they knocked him down.
Wow. So, yeah, they've scooted him back. They're going to call it a fumble, I guess, and a recovery all the way back at the 34-yard line, second and a long ways. They're showing 20 on the board, 2:50 to go. Here comes the snap. They faked to Thompson.
Wow.
We had movement, so we're about to go backwards the other way, 5
more
yards
yards.
again.
We're just getting ourselves a little running room.
Cardinals pushing them back another 5 yards.
Yeah, man.
I think it was about 10 flags out there, and there's only 4 or 5 officials.
I think the Cardinals out there on the field got as excited as I did after we jumped up 35-6, and
Need to
now
settle down and play
Yeah.
finish this game up.
yeah. Mike Fish listening. Mike Fish is a quarterback from Capitan back in the day. Melanson tucks it, tries to run. He's going to pick up about 2 maybe.
That'll bring up third down and forever.
Yeah. Dylan Frank sending me pictures of us hunting for snakes. Appreciate you guys, like I said, listening. 35-6, 2:22 on the clock. It's third down, and we got to get to Interstate 40 to get a first down here.
Telling you.
Melanson looking deep, he's got to get rid of it. He's going to tuck it and run. Got a little room, but I don't think he's got room to get where we need him to.
It's pretty close.
Hyan Castro trying to get up there and create a block, and then he stopped right at the end, and he got laid out.
Ooh, he's about a yard short.
And that's gonna make it.
Fourth and about a yard.
Oh, they're gonna send the punt team on.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked at that
I
one.
would have thought we'd have go ahead and.
Oh my goodness, the score in Lovington Seminole. I don't even want to say that one online.
It's
anymore.
got a 7 in it, don't it?
Yeah, they don't even. I guess they don't have the mercy rule
No, I
over
don't
there.
think they
No
do in
mercy
Texas.
rules in Texas. Goodness. Here's the snap. Eunice is going to go for it. They're going to run it right up the middle.
And
And
they
I
got
think
enough.
that's Brady. Was that Brady Colburn?
Yeah,
I think that was. Yeah, it was.
four,
They sent
number
in
4.
Brady Colburn to flex his muscle.
And he
You talk
flexed him.
about a power lifter. That's a power lifter right there. Brady Colburn ducks his shoulder, and he gets a first down for the Cardinals. And Cardinals are in Bear territory. Ball spotted at the 45. First and 10, 1:44 and ticking in the third quarter. Here comes the snap to Melanson. He's rolling right. He throws it out there to the side. It's caught. A little juke, a little shake, a little bake. And that is number 23, Luis Gomez, who's all the way down
At the
almost
30.
to the 30. And there are Bears all over the field. Some injured Bears out there. And so
They
while
may
we've
have a
got some
collision.
injured Bears, quick shout out to some sponsors: Redbird Gas, NMR Pipeline, Devon Energy, Redbird Garage, the Snake Charmers, Cardinal Hardware, the City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Services and Rental, Parker Energy Services. We appreciate you all. We appreciate all that you do.
Can't do it without them.
No, not at all. They definitely make this whole thing worthwhile, make it possible for sure. So that's kind of what we've got going on here today. Shouting out sponsors. We've mentioned him several times. I'm going to mention him again. Randy Fowler, the loss of a true Eunice icon, and so thoughts and prayers with the Fowler family. We had Ricky Langston over at the groundbreaking yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
A son of Joe Langston. Had some pretty neat folks over there. Sonny Kelton, man. If you don't know Sonny Kelton and you're from Eunice, then something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Yeah,
Huh?
man, oh, Sonny. He's
Man, I didn't make it over there. I wish I had, but I was tied up at work so I could come here tonight.
had a good group. I mean, there was a good group of people there, and we things went well. That young man's up and on his feet and headed to the sideline.
He's a little shook up.
Yeah, we wish him well. Thoughts and prayers with him.
Don't like to see anybody get hurt.
Never.
Like to beat them, but not hurt them.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. So, like I said, Mike Fish listening. Fish is a former Capitan quarterback, played for Eastern. He and I played in the North-South All-Star football game many years ago, went to Australia and played football, and now we go up and chop firewood together sometimes. Pretty neat guy. He's an artist.
Yeah.
Does a lot of painting around. There's a little logo or emblem that you see painted on a lot of trees and buckets and barrels and stuff around Capitan Ruidoso, and he may or may not be responsible for that.
That's cool. The only thing I can draw is flies, Jimmy.
Yeah. So looking down the field is, I believe that's Colburn. Was that Colburn in quarterback? Or am I just seeing Colburn everywhere? Like I said, I'm looking through this glass, and I got glare all over it. Is that a 9 or a 4?
That is a 9.
Okay, so that's still Melanson. I was like, man, they put Colburn. Yeah, that is a 9.
Yeah, it is hard to see through that double pane.
So 2nd down and 10. Ball spotted about the 30-yard line. Trips out here wide to the left, one over to the right. They're going to hand it to Woods right up the middle. He jukes. He's here. He's going. He's to the 20, the 10. Now he turns and heads over this way. He's coming to see me, and now he's into the end zone. Touchdown, and Woods just ran all over. If Julius would have ran that much, he'd have lost his lunch. Brother Elgin, he just ran like 60 yards.
And then he's going to come back and kick an extra point here in just a minute.
Touchdown, Elgin Woods, on a, we'll call it a 30-yard touchdown run.
Makes it 41-6. Waiting after the point.
And the crowd on this side has gotten quiet. So they're probably all turning around looking at me because I'm trying to.
We're getting all excited. And they're like, would y'all shut that window, please?
And look at all the moss, too. This looks like we're in West Texas again. There's the kick from Woods, and it
good.
Sure looked good to me, and it is.
And the signal is good.
And that's going to make it 42-6. Eunice Cardinals are in the lead.
In control of this game, let's put it that way. And
Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny Parker. BTH Services and Rental, Chad Howler. Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews. So again, we got a message a while ago from John Nogelmeyer, so we appreciate you guys know they're watching. Eunice Health Clinic, Brian, he's left over there. We've lost some folks over there. My old spill that I'm used to saying, they're not all there anymore, so may take me a while to get used to the new spill. I know Candida, I believe, is over there now, right?
Yeah.
So shout out to Candida. We're happy to see her back in Eunice.
To see her back in the
Eunice
in the
Public
hometown.
Schools, City of Eunice, Cardinal Hardware, and I've mentioned them before, but the Redbird Garage, and then the home of the Eunice quarterbacks of days gone by, Devon Energy.
Number 20, Tristan Pepper.
This kickoff is going to be brought to you by NMR Pipeline and the Bettis family. And here goes Woods. He's ready. A little short kick. Going to just, I said short, and he booms it deep all the way to the 15. Here goes the starburst. They fake the handoff, and here it comes around this side, trying to get out of there, and he can't do it as the Cardinals flutter in there and circle him up with feathers.
That was number 6 on that tackle.
Number 6 for
That's
the Cardinals
man.
is
Austin McCuller.
Austin McCullers a fast rascal.
He got on in there.
Man, you talk about speed. That's, in fact, I want to say last year he made the finals in the 100-meter dash at State. He's a different kind of fast.
So they'll have a 1st and 10 coming our way on about the 27-yard line.
I believe you're right. I believe you're right. So don't know what the holdup here is.
33 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
And the clock is running, and Estancia just standing there. Here they go. Now they're getting set. Still in that Wildcat. They're going to hand it straight up the middle to Regalado. Regalado.
And got him 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah.
Pablo Regalado. Give him about 3. 2nd down and 7 for the Bears.
So he picks up, we'll give him 4. Ball spotted about the 32-yard line. It's going to be second, about 7. And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. At the end of 3, Your Eunice Cardinals up 42-6 here. Eunice in control here as we finish 3. We'll send it over for a quick word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen,
Get a little look at our fans over there.
to a beautiful day or night here in Estancia. The only thing is the bugs are out, and when I say they're out, I don't know if Charlie can even remotely kind of almost see those up in front of the light, but you talk about some bugs. Man, there are
it's
some
kind of
hard to get it up that way. Well, that ain't good. But anyway, there's a lot of bugs out here.
Bugs.
So as we were coming through Roswell, it looked like one heck of a rainstorm developing out to the west
Yep,
toward
sure
Ruidoso. Man, it was crazy. And I drove through some water on the way here. We never hit rain, and by the time we got to Estancia, it was beautiful. So anyway, it's a beautiful night here. There was movement for sure. You got to throw the flag. There they do. They throw the flag, so that'll scoot Estancia back as they had
First and
someone not
15.
set.
We're on second. So
Yeah,
that's
so-
going to back them up. It'll probably be second and about 11 or 12.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going to mark the ball about the 27-yard line. It's going to be second down and 11. 11:30 on the clock. We are on that running clock right now. At least that's what's happening on the scoreboard. And so Estancia standing there waiting on the call. I would guess they're going to continue to play this slow pace because they're not wanting the 50.
Yeah.
And so here they are in the Wildcat. They're going to hand it. Oh, the ball's on the floor again. And anyway, man.
They got it back, but it was after the loss.
I mentioned in my pregame talk that in last week's game versus Texaco, they had some problems with putting the ball on the field, and they have definitely done it quite a few times
that
here
was
today.
I think one of your keys to them doing well
Yeah.
was don't put the ball on the ground.
42-6, 10:45 on the clock here, remaining in the game. Got another update coming in on scores. We'll talk about it after this play. They run Calhoun, or I said Calhoun. His name ain't Calhoun, but he's still going. He's running.
going.
They're trying to pull the ball out of his hands. Eunice has got a pretty good strategy. They're trying to hold him up and pull the ball out of his hands. And his name is Calhoun. I don't know why there for a second I lost my Calhoun. We had some Calhouns in Eunice years ago. Oh, my goodness. Final score in Lovington, Seminoles 76. Lovington, not so much. 10:05 on the clock, 42-6, 10 minutes to go. Fourth down and about 1, and Estancia is going to go for it. I guess they figure we'll do or die here.
Yeah, well, it's
Well, and Eunice is likely not going for 2 anyway. They haven't, at least I hadn't seen them go for 2 much this year. They're going to run it right up the middle, and they're going to get it. They definitely picked it up and then some. And so ball across the 40 all the way to the 41. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 41.
and that clock keeps on ticking.
And that was a big play for Estancia there.
Right side, number 71, Justice Chavez, number 58, Franklin Hurrell. Center, number 75, Lucas Acosta.
So Eunice heads to the line of scrimmage. They've got the ball spotted about the 41-yard line. Estancia. Eunice on defense. They're going to hand it right up the middle to the big Regalado, the power lifter. He's going to be taken down by our safety.
Like he got another first down.
Luis Gomez makes that tackle, and he's the free or deep safety for Eunice, so that's not a good thing.
He's a little short, so he's about a yard short of the first down.
So numerous subs coming in for the Cardinals. Looks like we might have had some of our younger younger folks
playing
getting some
time.
playing time, and now they went out and, oh, man, there's still people running on and off the field. We look like we got a dance move going on over there. Oh, he made it off. They're going to fake the handoff, trying to get around the end is Calhoun. He tries to turn the corner. Cardinals flying everywhere. They knock him out of bounds. He's going to pick up about maybe one.
About 2, gave him enough for a first down. Looks like it's going to be
Oh, yeah, so he's going to pick up the first down.
8 minutes left.
So first down.
Driving that ball down. So
1st and 10, ball spotted at the 48.
we got a lot of substitution in and out.
Yeah. A little bit of confusion on the defense side. Eunice trying to get some different people to playing time. They hand it right up the middle to the big Regalado. I tell you, some of these younger ones coming in the game,
Get some of that hard hit.
man, get some of that Regalado. That's a whole lot of Regalado right there.
Uh-oh. Got a
Oh, we
Cardinal
got a
down.
Cardinal down.
player down.
Like I said, you
He's
have
up.
to.
That would be number 8.
Number 8, I believe that's Ortega.
He was
Yeah.
just down. I think he was just resting for a second. He jumped right back up and he's ready to go.
He's headed off the field. He's headed over to the sideline. And reaching down toward his leg and knee. So Estancia back out on the field, 7-11. It's time for a big gulp.
Big goal.
Or a Slurpee, something they do at 7-Eleven. Not an Allsup's burrito. Calhoun right up the middle. He has a big hole. He's going to get all the way down inside the 35. It's going to be another first down after a pickup a little over 10 probably.
First down, Bears.
Inside of 7 minutes.
First down, Estancia. Estancia still got the Bears or the horses or whatever you want to call them on the field. Eunice is subbing in large amounts of young folks each play, which is a good thing.
Yeah, and get him a little bit of experience.
Yeah. Estancia's on the ball. 1st and 10, 6:30 on the clock.
There's no sense of urgency at all.
No, which I don't blame them.
No.
Here comes the snap. They're going to hand it right up the middle to the big Regalado. Luis Gomez, the deep safety there, making the tackle again. So, you know, that's not a good thing. He's going to pick up about 5-6 yards. Spotting him at the 28.
We're burning just about a minute of play, so we got 6 minutes.
Yeah, we can keep this going. Here comes some more substitutions for the Cardinals. Two new ones come in, 2 going out. Estancia walk into the line of scrimmage. 5:50 on the clock. 42-6 is the score. Got people asking how to sponsor. If you guys want to sponsor our broadcast, reach out to No Mark Broadcasting, or you can. I can have the group call you. Rosa or one of the sales folks call you, but we're always looking for sponsors for sure. So we appreciate you. And
appreciate the sponsors.
I had a couple of people message me today and say, how do we sponsor? We'd like to sponsor. So like I said, we appreciate you. We definitely do.
We appreciate the listeners. We appreciate the sponsor. We just appreciate everybody, the
Yeah.
players.
Just appreciative. I'm real appreciative that we got that $30+ million gym started. I'm appreciative of Charlie Fisher. Charlie Fisher may be the most entertaining dude on social media to follow other than myself. And there goes Calhoun right up the middle. And they get him all the way down inside the 5. And a tackle made by Gomez again. And he looked a little beat up, slow getting up.
On the 5-yard line.
So 5-yard line, 1st and goal there.
1st and goal, ball spotted at the 5, 4:30 on the clock. 42-6 is the score. The Bears are knocking at the door.
Somebody's knocking.
Luis Gomez holding his arm and bending over and grabbing down at his leg. He's taking some shots from.
There's some hard hitting going on.
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
You get that big boy, get him a running.
They're going to run it straight up the middle. What a play in the backfield. Was that a 53 or a 63? That's 53. 5'3", is that Boyd? Man, it got dark in here. 53 is Jose Calvillo. Jose Calvillo, big Jose, he's the left-handed basketball hooper / baseball player / defensive lineman. Hadn't said his name much tonight, but man,
Slash
that was
brick wall right
yeah.
there.
He comes through and puts it on the big regalado in the back.
He said, not today.
Second down, we'll call it 6. It's goal, second and goal from the 6. They're going to snap it to Calhoun. He fakes the handoff, tries to get in. He's trying to drag people just inside the 4. They've got him wrapped, and they're going to take him down.
So we got a third down and goal about the 4-yard line.
Jow 21, Tularosa 8, late in the 3rd. Hobbs 0, Artesia 35, late in the 3rd.
Somebody took a timeout.
Timeout on the field from the Cardinals. 42-6 is the score. It's third down, and I'll say 5.5. It's 4.5.
Let's run through these sponsors right quick. Parker Energy Service, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Redbird Gas, NMR Pipeline LLC, Devon Energy, Redbird Garage, Cardinal Hardware in the city of Eunice.
Man, got a message here from John Dean Davis saying they're interested in sponsoring them. We'll send you somebody your way. Debbie Vance just said she's interested in sponsoring. We'll give you a shout out down there at Debbie's.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Some good food right there,
buddy. That's all I can say. Good
Just
breakfast,
man.
good lunch, man. And so we appreciate Debbie. We appreciate John Dean. We'll send people your way.
You wreck 'em, he'll tow 'em.
3:22, that's right. Shoot, he probably could have towed my car and got that snake out. 42-6. Here comes the snap. They're going to run it right up the middle with Calhoun, and he's rumbling into the end zone. Touchdown. And we've got a Cardinal down, and he got to his feet now. That was 5-3, but he gets to his feet, and he's okay, I guess. He quit limping after a few steps.
Had to kind of shake it off a little bit.
So Calhoun with a 4-yard
Makes the
TD.
score 12 to 42 currently. They're going to go for that extra point.
Bears lined up to kick the extra point. Number 3, Benjamin Helbig, set to kick.
Estancia set to kick. Here comes the snap. The kick is blocked by the Cardinals, and they were trying to do it NFL style. They were going to pick it up and run it back. And so after the touchdown, that's going to make it 42-12.
In favor of Eunice Cardinals.
Cardinals in the lead. You can bet that you're going to see the onside kick again.
Yeah.
They've already tried it 2 or 3 times, so you can bet they're going to try it again here.
Which gives us good field position if we, once we get it down.
Quick shout out to some sponsors: Parker Energy, BTH Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Cardinal Hardware, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline, Redbird Gas, and our sponsors to be. We'll look forward to talking about you next time for sure. We appreciate all of you.
Yep, about time to start using up more of that Redbird gas and propane. It's going to be wintertime one of these days.
Man, I keep seeing these like mixed discussions about, I guess, the Farmer's Almanac, I think, saying we're going to have like this super cold winter, and then some other, like, what do they call that? The NOAD or whatever said that we're going to have a hot winter. So, I don't know if either one of them knows any better than the other. But
well, if I was going to trust one or the other, I'd probably trust the Almanac because they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, I would have thought so too. All I know is it's been hot this summer, though. Here comes the kick. It's an onside right into the hands of, who was that? But that was a great catch. Looked like he took it in the
number
88. I think that may be of the other Gomez. Yeah, it is. That's Jorge Gomez. He's the senior basketball player. Jorge, he looked like he was taking a low bounce pass into the post there.
And got us some great field position.
Yep.
3 minutes and 16 seconds left in the game.
So the Cardinals wasting no time. As soon as the officials set the ball down on the floor, they've got the offense on the line. We've got trips left. One out here wide to the right. Melanson and Wood in the backfield. 3:16 on the clock, waiting on the white hat to give them the go.
Now we got something else going on.
I think that's the tee.
Oh, they still have the tee.
Yeah, no, it can't be the tee. They wouldn't be taking it to our side, I don't think. But anyway, here they go. They're on the line. We got the whistle. We're ready.
Maybe there's a new rule. If you lose the deal, you
There's a snap. We're looking down the field, and they overthrow Mata. Mata was open. Melanson just off just a hair. You know, he's had a little muscle in that arm. I'm not sure that strength and conditioning class that we've had going for him and the girls. The girls were all hitting their serves over.
Hitting the back wall.
Melanson's throwing passes over today. Maybe it's all that muscle building they've been doing. They might have been eating down at one of these places that are sponsoring us here.
Yeah.
They hand it off up to Woods. Woods breaks it out. He cuts in between two. He was trying to do a little pirouette. What is that thing that the ballerinas do when they spin? Pirouette. I think that's what. Anyway, that's what he was doing. He was making like a ballerina all the way down
about the 32
to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 on the long run from Woods. 3 minutes to go here in the ball game. 42-12 is the score. Here's the snap. Melanson flips it out here to Gomez. Gomez going to tuck it and go. He's rumbling down inside the 20. First down, Luis Gomez.
Gain of about 13 or 14 down to the
Gomez a little slow getting up. He's been beat up today.
Yeah.
And he's waving to the sideline, I thought, wanting a sub.
Yeah, I think he took a little hit there.
Yeah. He's a long glass of water. And so he's got a big midsection to get hit on, and it's been getting hit. Eunice back to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10, ball about the 17-yard line. There's a snap that goes over the head or between Melanson and Woods. And so that's a big loss for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Going to make it 2nd and about 20.
Smart jumping on it, getting back there, getting on it, though.
All the way to 26. They spotted at the 26, 2:15 on the clock. 42-12, Eunice quickly set. Melanson in the backfield by himself. Takes the snap, looks down the field, throws it over the middle to Thompson. Thompson's going. He's still on his feet. He got spun around in a circle like we used to do in Ring Around the Rosie, and they sling him to the ground, but he picks up about 8 yards.
So 3rd and probably about 13 now.
Yeah. Yep. 3rd, and we'll call it 14. Ball spotted about the 20. Maybe the 20 and a half. They snap it, looks, hand it to Woods up the middle. He's still going. Woods got a big, that's not Woods, that's Kevin Garcia. He's all the way down inside the 5. They're going to mark him down at the 2. Kevin Garcia, right place, right time, wrong name for the announcer. But Kevin Garcia all the way down inside the 5. 1:30 and ticking. 42-12 is the score. Eunice trying to hustle to the line. They're going to go right up the middle. Touchdown Cardinals on the Melanson QB sneak.
Nice.
So Melanson with the 2-yard QB sneak there, and that'll send Woods back up for the point after touchdown. 48-12 is the score. 1:22 to go in this ball game.
Set to kick the extra point.
Woods up there ready. The holder's ready. He gives him the nod like a team roper and booms it through. And I believe they're going to call it good. It is good. And with 1:22 to go in the ball game, the scoreboard shows Eunice 49, Estancia 12. Thank you, Debbie. We appreciate you. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, not that I need it, but on Sundays they have some really good banana pudding there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's different level stuff right there. Shout out to Megan Frank. She says, go Tyson Jones, number 4-1. T-Man, Tyson Jones, he's out there, a part of this Eunice Cardinal football team. We like us some Tyson Jones around the Jones household. Team Jones for sure.
Learn more at phinc.com.
Yeah, some of the hometown fans getting early out.
Adam Thompson says Guns Up would like to sponsor. We would love to have you.
We love it.
Reach out and get in contact with TJ or Rosa. I can put them in contact with you as well. We appreciate you. Thank you for all you guys do. 1:22 to go, 49-12, Eunice to kick off. Here goes the kick. It's a little poocher over into the corner. bounces around, and
Out of bounds.
I tell you what, if that would have, oh man, and the flags are flying
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, they'll get it on
Oh,
the 35-yard line.
He pointed at the coach. I don't know. See what I, oh, well, the flag flew over here because I
Right.
thought this guy was hollering at the coach. He may have just been telling the coach to be quiet. I don't know. The official over here on the sideline was hollering something at the coach, so I thought maybe he threw the,
Threw the flag on him.
yeah, this coach right here, he was throwing the flag and hollering at him at the same time.
He probably told him to get back in that red zone.
So Estancia hurry into the line of scrimmage. 1:22 to go in the ball game. 49-12 is the score. I would guess Estancia would like nothing more than to get some points on the board.
Looks like we got a timeout on the field. Okay, so we'll run down these sponsors again. Redbird Gas, Bart Parker, NMR Pipeline LLC, Bettis Family, Stacy Pop, Devon Energy, Bryce Jenkins and Ryan Dean, Redbird Garage, Josh and Erica Jones, Cardinal Hardware, Davis and Myers Family, City of Eunice, Billy Hobbs, Shannon Cummings, Eunice Public Schools, Dwayne Haynes, Cynthia Sims, our buddy Rosendo, Matt Coy, Kenny Reed, Mrs. Hahn, David Gallegos, and the staff, Eunice Health Clinic, Brian, Elma Romero, Aaron Pascal, and all of the gang, Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews and crew, BTH Services and Rental, Chad Howler, and Parker Energy Service, Brett and Penny Parker. Some good folks.
Joyce and Ricky Hatley just sent me a picture of a snake and said wanting to come in and share the AC.
They're hot. It's hot out there.
Shout out to them. We appreciate you listening for sure. So Estancia back to the line. They're going to hand it right up the middle to Big Regalado. He's rumbling, stumbling across midfield. There's a big pile of everybody there at the
Dragging all of
50.
them.
He's still going. I'm telling you, that guy's a load. He's all the way down to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, he had a-
1:08 on the clock. Clock is ticking.
Yeah, he definitely drug a whole pile of Cardinals for about 5 or 6 yards after they got him.
Eunice trying to sub some folks. They get them subbed in. 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 44-yard line. 50 seconds to go here in this ball game. Eunice with a 49-12 lead.
Them young Cardinals are saying, dang, Coach, what
Yeah,
are you doing
that's
to me
a-
here?
that's a-
That's a big boy.
That is a big, strong boy. They're going to do the same thing right up the middle.
Well, they swarmed him.
Yep. The young Cards are having to wrestle with a
They're
bull.
wrestling a bull out there, huh?
Some updates here on scores. Jow 27, Tularosa 16, Hobbs 6, Artesia 42.
Ooh,
That one hurts.
that hurts.
10 seconds to go here in the ball game. Looks like the Estancia staff's going to call it good.
Let's just end this right here.
Yeah,
The
they're going
boys
to
are
let it
shaking
run, and it
hands.
does. At the end of the ball game,
Good
the
sportsmanship.
final score, Eunice 49, Estancia 12. We have got a new, we're not going to use it today, but we've got a new system where we can go down on the field and interview coaches or players after the game. The radio station, No Mark, TJ and Don got us an Aaron, a little
yeah.
pack that's got the mic. And so when we have Rosendo with us and we can set it up, I'll be able to walk down, Rosendo will be able to
Yeah.
walk down, and he can go down there and interview while you're running the camera, and you can film us, and we can say, Coach, they're on that 4th and 10 play. What'd you think? And we'll be able to do that. We're trying to increase what we do and how we do it and the service that we provide.
Just make it a little better experience for everybody.
Yeah, so we're excited about that. Hopefully for sure by our first home football game, maybe we can do some of that. So
Right.
we appreciate you listening. Just kind of a quick recap. Eunice jumped on the scoreboard early, 7-0 on a Melanson to Thompson touchdown. Woods with the extra point, it was 7-0. Estancia come rumbling back. 4-yard touchdown by Lucero, made it 6-7. Eunice then had a touchdown pass from Melanson to Hyan Castro, 25 yards, made it 14-6 after the Woods extra point. 21-6 after a 7-yard run from Woods and the extra point from Woods. Woods doing it all. 21-6 was the halftime score. 28-6 after a 27-yard touchdown catch and run by Thompson from Melanson. 35-6 after a 55-yard touchdown pass to Thompson from Melanson and the extra point from Woods. 42-6 after a 30-yard touchdown run. And I don't even have here who. I don't know why. That shows you how good my notes are. 42-12 after a Calhoun 4-yard touchdown for Estancia. And then 49-12 after a Melanson 2-yard touchdown sneak. So at the end of the ball game, the score is 49-12. Quick rundown of our sponsors: Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Cardinal Hardware, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline LLC, and Redbird Gas. We appreciate you. I'm the Snake Man. I got Charlie here with me. Charlie, we appreciate all that you do, man, and that is just on one portion. That's half of our viewers. We were at probably 1,000 total for the day. That is amazing.
Every single one of them.
We appreciate you. There's 2 different formats, HobbsAmerica.com. There's the Eunice Sports YouTube. They both calculate their numbers separately. Coach Kemple giving me a little reach or side tickle there as he walked by. So anyway, we appreciate it. It's a good day to be a Cardinal.
Yes,
Eunice
it is.
2-0 here in this early season. And next week, where's next week?
Next week we're going to be, I believe we're going to be at home next week, Jimmy.
Man,
I just looked that up. Hold on, I got it right here.
My thing in front of me here.
Come on.
The app is slow loading.
Let's see. Next week we will be in
Ropes. That's
Eunice,
the name
New
of,
Mexico.
Yeah, so we
Ropes.
play Ropes next week. That's Texas. Ropesville is the name of the town. The school is Ropes.
The time at 6:30 p.m. next week.
6:30 p.m. And that's a Friday game? Or no, it's a Thursday game.
Oh, a Thursday game.
That is a Thursday night game. Them Thursday night games, you administrators back home listening, cut that nonsense out. Them Thursdays are hard for a working man to make. It'll be probably doable because it's in Eunice, but these Thursday night away games, you can pretty much kiss them suckers goodbye. So anyway, thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our listeners. Thank you to the community of Eunice. We just got a great one, that's for sure.
You bet.
For Charlie Fairbrush, I'm Jimmy Jones. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody.